Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Couch Crunch Podcast. I'm your host, Nick, and on this episode, we have all of our members on this episode, and we're going to dive into some very interesting topics. I don't think we need an introduction. We can just dive right into the topics.
At this point, we were way past that.
Exactly. So we can go ahead and dive right into these topics. So for you on this episode, guys, we have Atomic Heart impressions, scores, did it flop? Next, we have OCTOPATH Traveler 2. Following from that, it has Kirby Dreamland's thoughts, upcoming Resident Evil 4 demo, Justice League Kills, Suicide Squad gameplay, Mortal Kombat 12, which that was really recent that they put like a little teaser out there, IGN's top 10 Resident Evil list, and finally we have PlayStation State of Play and Nintendo pulls out of E3. So for Atomic Heart impressions, who has got a chance to really play Atomic Hearts in here by any chance?
I haven't touched it yet. I've watched a lot of gameplay and stuff like that, and I'd read a little bit about it.
Okay.
So I know just to get me by, but I haven't played it yet.
I played a slight bit of it because there were so many releases this week, and I got stuck in all the other games. I played a little bit of it. That's really all, though. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you this much of the story. Honestly,
yeah, I couldn't even tell you myself because I actually played.
Because I skipped a lot of it. I like the way the melee combat feels. It's like a little free flowing and everything.
Exactly.
The robots. I like the design of the robots a lot. The robots are I like the way they look. I don't know if they're supposed to look like humans, right? That's what they're going for. Robots.
Yeah.
The robots look like
something close to that.
Yeah. I like the way they look. You know, they look a little creepy, which I think that's what they're going for. They're going for creepy robots.
I was about to say,
yeah, so that's
like
good.
mannequins to me a little bit.
They do. So I think that's why I like them. It almost has a horror feel to it. I guess you would call it thriller, right? Not exactly horror, but thriller. It'd be always like a thriller feel to it.
Yeah.
I like the way the robots look. I like the voice actors in the game. Even though the voice acting's kind of.
For me, the voice acting it's kind of like.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. Yeah,
it is.
It's not good.
I want to go ahead and follow that from Aaron. It is terrible because it's just like when I'm playing the game, I'm like, okay, I want to. It seems like they had such a very interesting idea, like what you were saying. Because it has that sort of 1950s futuristic, feel to it, right? It has old classic cars, the robots, they resemble people from the 1950s and shit like that. So I'm thinking that that's the theme around that. And obviously with it being compared to BioShock, it's it has those traits where, it's, with what is it? This magnetic kind of I don't know. It's like a weird little device thing that he has in his glove. Oh, yeah. And then he also has powers, telekinesis, I guess. So it's it looks beautiful. Don't get me wrong. We got a little bit of history as well because, it has something to do with war and stuff like that back in you know what I mean? So it was I don't know, man. It was definitely a lot going on in the game, but the voice acting itself,
it's not good.
It didn't feel.
Yeah. I was being nice. I just think some of it's interesting, but overall it is pretty terrible.
If you could,
I don't know what's worse to y'all. For spoken voice acting or no?
This.
Spoken has good voice actor. It's just that the dialogue choices is horrible. Right?
Yeah.
So I guess this would be.
This one would be it felt like a Netflix kind of cheesy movie. You know what I mean? That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
It just the acting is just the way that he interacts with. I'm guessing the robot that's kind of giving you hints on what to actually do in the game. It's he's not taking it very seriously, right? That's
that's what it sounds like.
like when he tells you to go when I think the robot started to turn against you, it was oh, don't tell me kind of what to do. You know what I mean? I already know what's going on. I guess I'm just gonna have to figure it out most of these obstacles by myself. And it's he's an ego kind of smartass. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like,
yeah, I'm thinking that's what they're trying to go for, but they don't exactly.
It just doesn't fit. I don't know.
it doesn't fit.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't fit.
I was watching that one part where he's like floating in the car because the machine has him by wires. And then he was like, they started attacking him and then he was falling down, but he was just like, basically he was like, oh no, I'm falling. That's what it felt like to me. I'm like, what the fuck?
Did
anyone else have a problem with the way the game started? It started out slow.
Oh,
yeah, very slow.
15 to 20 minutes of just walking and talking. I guess that's like.
I think they just wanted you to admire like the environment.
It was like very fast paced, and like me and Don can agree because we actually played the game together on stream. Don, you can go ahead and give your opinion on it too. Like.
Right, yeah, I surely agree. The acting is pretty bad. It reminds me of like Far Cry 3 kind of dialogue. It's
goddamn.
And even the way it plays a little bit. Yeah, it's
Far
like right. I was about to say too, what we was about to get into is like it moves so fast, like at a certain point after the action picks up, after you get out of the car that's flowing in that one part of the game. It's like it just starts going. It's like, yo, where's the brakes at?
Yeah, like what was it on the farm? You was with that old lady. You had no idea what she was going. She had she pulled out the crate. She had like a whole bunch of art. She had a whole arsenal in there. Like what is it?
She didn't want to share with them.
She had a gun. She had a rocket launcher. I'm like, yo, you about to pull out like some sort of fucking giant machine gun out of there next? Like
I was like, you got something for me? She was like, no. And then she pulled out all these weapons.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Yeah, the AK, a bazooka, and start shooting shit down. I'm like, yo, what's going on? And then went from that till you meet some lady character, and then you just start fighting robots and shit. I'm like, yo, they don't even give you time to absorb the story properly.
Yeah, so, I mean, the most annoyingest part of the game is like I think I got up to the point where it was like I like the uniqueness of having to change when you're like trying to crack the combinations on the doors, that part was cool with like snapping your fingers and stuff like that. That it's like they had,
cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they had so many unique ideas, but it's just like, it's like painting a mural with not using any colors. You see what I'm saying? Like they didn't have the final touches on this game. It's like they started so good. Like it really had such a great idea, but it's just terrible.
Well, this isn't their first game, is it? Something like that.
I don't even know. I think it's made by some Don. What did you say before? I think you told me it was made by some type of company.
I think it's Focus Entertainment. I think that's who made it.
Is this their first game or?
It's like in Russia. Yeah. Developers.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously,
the developers is Mundifish. Yeah, never heard of them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you kind of got a sense of like they were kind of like in that Russian, because it's like they have like the sickles and stuff like that, and the people that speak in there, like they are American, but you can kind of tell it's made like in a foreign like kind of setting.
Right.
So
what Russians think Americans are like.
Yeah, right. So it's like I got to the one part where it's like when you're cracking the combinations, that's pretty cool. But then it's like, I think it was like kind of confusing because I had to interact, like the interactions they give you multiple choices on certain people to like conversate with, but it gets like stuck into like a loop. If you can actually get stuck into a loop if you're not answering like the multiple choices correctly. Like that, to me, that was like freaking annoying. you know what I mean? Especially the one robot that kept saying like, what, you got to find the schematic. Like, where's the schematic? Like, I don't know what you're saying. Bro, he repeats the schematic like 7 times. I don't know what you're asking of me.
Yeah, like bugging out on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Metacritic is 76. It's not good.
Yeah, I just thought someone wanted to say. It seems like people are like just about split over the game, just about, which is kind of interesting. People either hate it or love it. So...
I mean, if you kind of get like past all the bad things that we're talking about, if you get past
it's a good game.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game. Like it's not anything major to really complain about. It's just like the little things that bother us that we're used to that are used to being right. They're not right in this game, and then everything that's right that's supposed to be right is right. So like the graphics and everything look amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
Amazing.
Right. Like
a lot of the concept art and the character designs is really cool. That's what stood out to me, like the bosses and the enemies, the way they look.
The combat is slow in it though. That's I got to give it to you. Like when you get the axe, it's like
it's kind of like a Dying Light or Dead Island kind of concept there.
Yeah, but when you compare it to like those games, it's like they got it right. With this one, it just feels a lot slower, a lot heavier. So it's like it doesn't even feel natural when you're actually swinging that axe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't exactly feel natural swinging that axe.
But you also got to remember these are I don't know, guys. You can't go off what I'm saying, but these are probably new people. So the fact that they got this much is pretty good.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm trying to look up if this was their first game or something. I'm not seeing anything.
I'm not sure. I never heard of them.
It's like you want to. Yeah, exactly. It's like you want to give them props for like getting this. Like this is like probably their first introduction to like the gaming world, which is probably like okay, that part was cool. I mean, if it was like a tester, that's like couldn't this game been a lot more cheaper?
Atomic Heart is their first game, and the only other game that they did was in 2018, and that was a VR game, Soviet Luna Park VR.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for a first outing, I agree, it's not that bad.
But that VR never came out because it says to be dated.
It could have. All right, so with that being said, it could have been like they could have definitely lowered the price if this was like going to be one of those games that they kind of
yeah.
Oh, it's considered a AAA game, so that's why they put it up there.
And then also, yeah, you're right because it's actually with the Game Pass, so it's like if you do got the Game Pass, that is an opportunity, but still, like it's just like you can't have high expectations with this game if you're getting into it. But that's probably why it didn't do like it's got good scores, but it's probably like, I don't know. Those are probably the critics. I don't know if those are like the regular gamers who, you know, day to day actually game and shit like that. Cause they will probably tell you like this game sucks.
On Twitter, it's like it's the same on Twitter. They're split in half. People either hate it or love it. So granted, Twitter don't represent everybody, but you know.
I think the reason why they hate it on Twitter specifically is because of the controversy around, you know, like Ukraine going on right now and Russia. I think that's the reason why people don't like.
Trying to be all high and mighty.
Everybody's feeling butthurt. That's why.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with the game really, but it's just that kind of controversy. That's what kind of make it more popular in a way.
It's like it's like one of those games. Like it's like I get the world. It's in a shitty situation, but like the point of the gaming world is kind of get away from that, right, guys?
Yep, I agree. I agree.
So, as far as Mira, I mean, do you want to actually? I don't know if you got a chance to really check it out yourself, but what's your honest thoughts on the game, man?
So I didn't get a chance to play it. I was supposed to, but I got caught up with some other stuff. I mean, I don't really have any interest in playing it anymore. I mean, based off of what I've seen, I mean, you guys clarified everything. I mean, I will say this though, like I would consider getting this game later down the line once it goes on sale or something.
Right.
I do have a question though, like just out of curiosity, right? Because like we talk about how bad the game is and like how Aaron talked about mixed reviews and everything, and I'm kind of seeing that too. But I think ultimately, though, what hurts these games is you low key could give it to Xbox fucking it up for them, honestly, because like when you bro, like I'm sorry, but like they need to stop putting these AAA games on the Game Pass, especially if these are their first like actual games being made. Like,
well, it topped the charts. I don't know anything about its second week sales, but it topped the charts. But that's because, come on, damn near every game that came out topped the charts in the first week. But
I mean, don't get me wrong. The game had anticipation behind it, but mind you, like, you know, again, like it being on Game Pass, like that's essentially a demo of the game. It's a free way for you to play the game.
Yeah, they put it up. I think they put it up there too fast.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's ultimately what it is. Like, it's one thing for a game to come out and the shit just sucks. Right. But when the shit's just constantly just being thrown on Game Pass, it's like for me personally, like if I didn't have Game Pass, I probably would have bought this game. because I had some anticipation behind it. So it's like buying this game, it's like, all right, even if it's not what I expected, I'm still going to thug it out and I'm still going to play and enjoy it. I mean, I bought this game full price, right? But when you on Game Pass, you just download it for free and like your first 5 minutes in, you like, oh, this shit sucks. All right, uninstall. You know what I mean? Then it's like, you're not the only person that's thinking like that. There's millions of people thinking like that. So I think like ultimately games need to stop going. Like if it's a game that's going to go on Game Pass, it has to be established. The only game, like they have to be something like Resident Evil 4. Like if you're going to put something on Game Pass, put Resident Evil 4.
That would not harm the sales at all. It was still
exactly.
Well, yeah, I'd say if you're coming out new, just like don't put it on Game Pass. Just for at least a few months, see how the game comes out, like how everybody likes it and everything, and then once it's the sales or whatever start dropping, then you say, okay, then let's put it on Game Pass.
But Danny, to your point, I mean, like Multiverses, right? Like that was a game everybody assumed that was going to be on Game Pass. It wasn't. It was very successful at launch. Now, you know,
that's what I'm saying. Like that they should like these new games should just wait to be put on Game Pass, depending on how they do by themselves, like independently. Like they shouldn't even be touching Game Pass until they say, okay, well, we've been out for a year now, and we got enough sales. We hit the marker or whatever. Everything's good, so let's put on Game Pass for the people who can't afford it or whatever. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But at the same time, though, it's not the developer's fault too, because, like, mind you, if you're a video game developer and Microsoft comes to you like, hey, we're going to publish this and establish this for you. Are you willing to join us? Like, nobody's going to turn it down. You know what I mean? Like, you'll be a fool to turn it down. Like, so it's like it kind of makes sense to go with Game Pass ultimately.
Yeah.
But I think in the end, it kind of hurts it at the same time.
Yeah, like OCTOPATH was on Game Pass, but long after it got over 3 million in sales. So.
That's what I'm saying. They should just wait to see how they progress, and then whether it flops or not, they should later on down the line at least see if they can hit their projection and then put it on Game Pass.
Correct. Because I was going to say, when you keep making mistakes like this, it's like it's definitely hurting Xbox itself, like as an image. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like Ramir and Aaron said, they said that like that shit goes on Game Pass, and then people look at it and they're like, "Oh, this game sucks. Never mind." And then they tell their friends, and then their friends tell their friends. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, and EA smart though. They won't put that Madden on Game Pass. They're smart. They won't do that. And they want to buy that.
And it's interesting too, like how we were talking about that. Like before we end this Atomic Heart one. Like me and Nick, I think Dante was there too. We were playing the Wulong demo because the Wulong demo actually came out I think it was either yesterday or the day before. And I got that same kind of vibe. Like I'm like, I was super excited for it. And then, I played the demo and shit on Xbox, and I'm just like,
that shit was hard as shit.
I don't think this is what I'm like, and mind you, I'm not the biggest Souls fan, so that's primarily like the main reason why I just get irritated and shit with bosses like that.
Yeah, then
that's just me personally, but like, I think the graphics were just not there. It just felt like a carbon copy of like fucking Elden Ring, especially with like the music,
bro,
the setting, everything felt so much the same. I'm just like, bro, why does this shit have to be the same?
It's just the difficulty, bro. Like when you're going into the game, you already have like this expectation, like, all right, maybe it's not gonna be as hard.
Exactly.
That shit's harder than Sekiro.
Oh, well, I don't think
Sekiro's hard as fuck.
Nah, I don't think so.
Listen, that first boss in the demo, I almost beat him, but I got fucking pissed off.
No, that's the thing. I mean, you got to fight the tiger, and then you got to fight him, but you got to fight him twice, and it spends like the amount of damage you put out. It's just like it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough, and it frustrates me, bro. And it's like when you die, it's like they like Don said on the previous episodes, like they do become stronger. But it's just like even the little enemies become stronger, and it's
listen, I'm still recovering from Elden Ring from last year.
That's what I mean. Like that's what I mean. Like I'm like, look, I'm not in that mode. It's just like we spent like how long? That was like 3 or 4 month process on beating that game. It's
straight.
Just
like I'm done.
I got a question. Do you think Atomic Heart would be playable on Steam Deck? You think it's powerful enough to handle it? Like even on like
so.
medium settings?
I think so. I honestly don't even think it's not even going to be that much of a issue for even fucking they could put this shit on the Switch, and I don't even think it would be.
That's not going too far now.
Let's not talk about the Switch. The Switch is in the closet. We're leaving them in there.
As far as
I think it could run on the Steam Deck. I don't know if you're going to get like max everything and like the
no. Yeah. So I don't really.
I think it'll be all right.
I'm only asking because I got my Steam Deck coming in and tomorrow, so I might grab this game actually.
Nah, yeah, I think it should be playable on there. I don't think you're gonna have any issues. As far as like you're talking about like graphics wise, like yeah, I mean, look, that I don't know how much like power would it go behind that, but as far as the game itself, like yeah, this game is it don't look like it doesn't seem like it takes that much power to run this game. So what I mean,
right? That's what they said about Call of Duty, but then Warzone, that shit chugging away.
But it depends on the.
I don't know. I think Activision hates PCs.
Yeah, they got something with it.
They want you to get that. No, I don't think they got anything wrong with PCs. They just want you to spend fucking ridiculously money on the shit like that.
Or maybe they're working really good with PCs and telling people you got to get the 40 series. In order to play fucking Warzone.
That's terrible. That's like the
Warzone of all games.
I was gonna say that's like the evilest way to fucking buy products, like just to fuck people's lives up like that.
Well, welcome to business.
And to be fair too, I don't think any of us here has like really got too far into Atomic Heart to give like a true opinion on it. We only play like the beginning of it, so
yeah.
Well, again, we're just nitpicking at it.
Yeah.
So, but overall, I think it looks to be like a pretty good game. I definitely would get it.
The 70 is warranted. The 70 is warranted.
All right.
Yeah.
Hell, fucking no! No, it's not.
All I got
that shit not worth $70.
All I
come on.
No.
No.
He's talking about the rating.
He's talking about the medical.
Oh no.
$70.
We just
we're not talking about pricing.
Yeah, I was gonna say we literally said
none of these games are worth fucking $70.
Yeah, I was gonna say we literally said on the last.
Sweat went into it.
Yeah, I was saying we literally said on the beginning of the segment we were like, yo, it should be definitely cheaper than that. But it's like Don was saying, it is crazy amount, not for this game. No,
I mean it's a bit much for like 90% of the gaming industry.
But like Don was saying, it's like, but like Don was saying, it's like it just we don't have enough to look at it. But like I said, it's like when you're looking at a canvas from afar, it should be pretty, but it's like a little blurry. That's the best way that I can say this about this game. Like, yes, I want to get close enough to admire the image and the beautiness of this game, but I don't know if I want to go that far.
Well, that's just a sacrifice you're going to have to take. You're going to have to just waste time on it because it seems like there's a lot of time that has to be put into this game.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. But
I would like to see like a boss fight. I like to see how those played out. But yeah. From what I've seen, it doesn't need some work, but you can't give them too much shit. Like we said earlier, it's their first game, so
yeah,
it's a good first try.
Yeah, it's a good first try.
Yeah, give them the pat on the back, guys. Good job. Yeah. But I think that we could wrap up that Atomic Heart impressions. Hopefully, you guys. I mean, if you guys haven't checked out Atomic Heart, you guys definitely should check it out. Then leave a comment in our video to at least give us an idea of what you guys think about Atomic Hearts. But we can go ahead and move on to Octopath Travelers 2. I didn't play this game because I don't own a Switch, so I leave it up to Mir, Don, and Aaron, and Danny too, if you guys played it.
I haven't played it, but I know about Octopath.
You want to go first on Mir or Don?
Yeah, I got you. Okay, Don, you mentioned you did get to play it, or?
Oh yeah, I got to play the demo. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm sure Aaron probably knows much more about it than I do. But I'm relatively new in the Octopath world. I played a little bit of the first one on Game Pass a little while back. And then I gave the second one a try on the demo. I immediately bought this. Like it wasn't even like without hesitation. I pulled the trigger immediately. This game is like amazing, like, and I sincerely say that. And like, I'm not really into like retro,
turn-based?
old school. No. It's not even about the turn-based. It's just like the 2-bit retro, old school. That's not really my thing. Like, I'm not really a fan of it. But this game executes it so well. It's like, this game is incredible. Like, so I got it on PS5 only because like it has the higher frame rate and the better graphics or whatever.
What is it, 120?
No, it's 60.
60.
But like the animations on this game is amazing. The cast is amazing. Like, just the turn-based elements are amazing. Like, the fighting is so in depth. Like, there's this system. Like, I'm not sure. I don't remember if it was in the first one. I can't remember. But like in the second one, it's basically like it's a guessing game on how you have to defeat your enemies. So like, what's the best way to explain it?
Talking about the getting rid of their shields and ignoring them.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, that was in the first.
Exactly.
That was in the first one.
Okay. So like, it's
very
like
tactical.
that mechanic, very, very tactical. So it's like, every situation you go into, like, you have to utilize every character that you have on your team, because if you don't, you will get crushed immediately.
Yeah,
like,
you have
there's
to really
times
utilize those.
there's times where I went to Hidden Forest and like I was super underleveled and I've got wrecked immediately, like, just for not having the right party members. Like, there's so much to this game. And then I truly like how they kind of allow you to just do your own thing. So like, you pick a character, and then, it gives you the backstory of the character, and like, you're kind of on your own, and you're trying to figure out, so I'm playing as, I believe her name's Castity or something like that.
Castity.
So she's pretty much, I forgot what she's called, but she's pretty much
she's like a healer.
Exactly. Yeah, she's pretty much a healer.
Yeah.
Right. She's pretty much a healer. So initially, like, her background is like, she lost her memory or something like that. So she's trying to figure out who she was, and she's trying to figure out like why she became a healer, and like what's her purpose. And she's trying to get back to like finding out what she originally is here for. But like, throughout the game, you're allowed to explore and interact with all the other characters that you're meant to play in the game as well. But like, the game doesn't direct you into any path. Like, you're more than welcome to do whatever, or find whoever, or explore whatever you want. So it's so much freedom in the game. That's one of my biggest highlights of what I appreciate about it, because it doesn't hold your hand for anything. Like, you're truly like, it's like the world is yours. Like, so yeah, like I said, this game highly, like, I mean, I think on Metacritic it's at like an 86 or something like that.
Damn,
right now.
that's good. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's really good, actually.
This game is great. I think I'm like 7 hours in so far. I've been on this like a lot over the past weekend. And yeah, this like highly, like, if you get a chance. So the demo's on everything, I believe. I think it's on Xbox,
not
PC.
Xbox yet. Not Xbox yet.
Okay, not Xbox. I know it's on PlayStation, PC, and the Switch. I would highly recommend, checking it out, because this is a really good game.
Yeah, it's visually pleasing for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll go next. Yeah, like Mary said, yeah, it's pretty good. I'm new to this franchise as well too. This has been my first time playing OCTOPATH, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I played like turn-based games in the past, like Persona and like Final Fantasy VII recently, and yeah, it's I never played like a 2-bit version game like this before. Like, the closest I played probably was like in the past, like Pokemon, which I were related to, like you being able to summon like different creature animals. Like, I know in a demo you start off with like a wolf creature. No, it's like a fox. You get to pick like between a fox and an owl, I believe. And I picked the fox, and then yeah, you can pick like companions throughout the game to battle with, and yeah, it's like a turn-based tactical game. It's pretty cool. And I like that. The thing that stood out to me too is like, versus like typical 2-bit games, is like mostly overhead. This one is like more like 3-dimensional. Like, I like the way it looks.
It's like that 3/4 view.
Right. And it's like they play like with the perspectives and everything with the.
They called it 2D HD. That's what they dub it. 2D HD.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I didn't get played too much of it so far, but so far I'm liking it. What I'm seeing in the demo, yeah, it's like I would definitely get into it if you're into like games like Pokemon or any other turn-based kind of games. Especially from what Mir is saying, like the world opens up like that. I for sure want to get into that.
Yeah. My impressions of it, just like Mir, I love it. It's fucking amazing. The gameplay is I don't know if Mir played the first one, but the gameplay is very similar to Octopath 1, which isn't bad. Octopath 1's gameplay is amazing. So don't change what's not broken, right? I think that's how it's said. And it just plays amazing. Like Mir said, you gotta wait. You gotta get rid of your opponent's defenses. They can either be weak to axes, swords, ice magic, lightning magic, stuff like that. So you really gotta try everything you can, and leave no stone unturned. The story, it's about 8 travelers. They are I heard online that they actually communicate in this one. They didn't really communicate in the first one. I played the first one. They didn't really communicate at all. You basically just playing separate characters, didn't really talk to each other. But I heard in this one they kind of do communicate. I haven't gotten far enough in it to know. I'm only really like 7 to 10 hours in, so I don't really know. But you like the story because everyone has a beginning and an ending, which is like which I like a lot in JRPGs. Thank God, because a lot of them are sequel bait and just sets up a sequel. But and not only that, like the game just looks amazing. The job system is awesome. For anyone who don't know what the job system is basically your classes, right? So I can go from a mage to a warrior, a cleric to like a hunter, stuff like that. That's what they call it in here. They call it the job system. It's classes, but they call it the job system. Not only that, just like in the music, my God, the music is awesome.
Oh
man.
my God.
I'm telling you, they never fails.
Yo, bro. There's they're like, usually like when I'm listening to in-game like soundtracks, them shits get old, bro. Every time I go into a battle and that battle music, it's always good to hear. Like I never get bored of that shit.
Now that the boss band music is good to hear too. And when you're in the caves too, like it pulls you in. Like you're actually like if you're playing this game in the dark in front of your TV and you're in the cave, you really feel like you're in the cave. That's how good the music is. It draws you in.
See, I love that, man.
The markings of a really good soundtrack where it can like engross you in that world. You're really just in your room with your wife or something. Like what? It's like that's what I feel like is the makings of a good soundtrack. So gameplay, it's there, it's spot on. You gotta be tactical with how you approach things, especially boss battles. If this is anything like the first Octopath, they have super bosses, which you're gonna unlock extra classes. So I'm looking forward to that. Be prepared for that, Mayor, too, because those super bosses are crazy, man. They test your mental on that one. The music awesome, graphics. Even on Switch, it looks amazing. I was hoping it would. Thank God, no. Don't seem as though nothing's been taken out of the Switch version, so I'm happy for that. I got it on Switch because I like to play my RPGs on the go, so I don't fall too behind them and not play them ever again. So that actually helps. The one thing the Switch is really good for is actually playing JRPGs on the go. So you can play whenever you got free time when you're out and about. It's just an overall really amazing game. It's published by Square Enix, but it's developed by I think Team Asuno, who also developed Triangle Strategy and Bravely Default, if you know those series. But overall, it's just really amazing. Like Don said, like if you like turn-based JRPGs, I think you'll love this one a lot. It don't have that Persona high school build friendships and all that stuff, but it is very much it's built from the JRPGs of old. I'm talking about Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, Tales of Mana, stuff like that, or Trials of Mana. Like it's built from them old school JRPGs. Like you'll love it if you was a fan of like the golden era of JRPGs, like on the Super Nintendo and the PlayStation. Like you'll love it. I got nothing but glowing reviews to say about the game so far. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I started out with the warrior Hikari. I started out with him. He's part of a clan of warriors in the desert that are kind of like basically evil, but the king has a change of heart suddenly at the end of the day and wants to stop expanding his borders. But so far, I'm like, nah, that's who I started with, Hikari. And I'm not going to sleep at all tonight, so I'll be playing that a lot more.
Yeah. Definitely does play like a classic RPG. I forgot to mention that as well. It really gives it that feel.
All right.
Yes, I love it. We need more of these, man. And just the fact that it's actually on other consoles of the Switch now, it really expands its horizons of who we can reach. So that's awesome, man. Like another good one out here.
So I was about to say, like, what would you rate it?
Oh, what? 10 out of 10. Well, I'm gonna say 9 out of 10. I want to see.
Nah, bro, the music alone is 10 out of 10, bro.
The music alone is
if I gotta give that extra point from that 9 to make it a 10, the music alone is 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah, this is one of the best gaming soundtracks I've ever heard.
That's amazing, bro. I love hearing about shit like that, bro. I just
need them to make the characters connect a little more, and it'll be a 10 out of 10.
Nah, I need them to fucking decrease the wild interactions too.
No, you're gonna want man. Don't do that. You're gonna need
it's like Pokemon running in the grass all over again.
Bro, it was so bad that I literally had to go to get the dude because I hear like his passive allows you to it decreases it for you or some shit. And I know you said like when you run and you dash that like prompts it to happen more often. But I'm like, yo, bro, I need this wizard on my team just to make that. Because I've been literally trying to get chesses and everything. And like, next thing you know, I'm right in front of the chest. I'm right in front of the chest. And next thing you know, a motherfucking monster come out of nowhere. It's like, bro, come on. Like,
oh, man.
It's finally good to see a game with no issues.
That's what I mean. Like, especially for a Nintendo, especially a Nintendo game, too. So.
Yeah, right.
Very surprising.
Besides the big ones, you know what I mean? The top ones.
Right.
You even get to cook food and like in Monster Hunter, like you get to kill animals and eat their harvest your food, and it's pretty cool.
I
definitely want to play more of it.
That's amazing. All right, well, that's we got some good impressions on Octopath Traveler 2. But we can go ahead and move on to Kirby Dream Land thoughts. Kirby Dreams. So I think Don tried it out. I don't know if anybody else did.
I played it too.
Yeah,
I kind of don't like Kirby. I'm getting so tired of Kirby.
Kirby's Infinite, Danny.
But they keep making the same shit over and over again.
Hold up.
We're not talking about the last one that came out, the Forbidden Land. We're not talking about that one, but all the other ones, it's the same shit. It's either fighting or it's the side scroll.
It's the same over and over and over again.
Yeah. Now that the Dreamland Deluxe is just a remaster or remake.
I was going to say, what's the difference between the last one? Like, is there a couple of key differences?
It just looks. Yeah.
This one's a 2D platformer.
So it kind of brings back that traditional Kirby, I guess.
Yeah. What you should know is that it is a remaster. It was originally released on the Wii.
What's up with the remasters? First we did
because they're running out of fucking ideas. That's why.
That's basically what it is.
They're running out of ideas, so they utilize what they have.
How did they come from last year's one and then make this one so quick? So
that was a brilliant idea.
Now you know. It was basically already done.
It's just copy and paste, right? I guess.
Like, pretty much.
Yeah, I will
freshen it up a little bit.
They're just baby spooning us. That's all they're doing. They're just baby spooning us. How we get a brand new Kirby IP last year and then just like
and then went backwards I don't get it.
But I guess I'll start off real quick though, because I'll just keep it brief. So I really didn't grow up playing Kirby too much. Never really was into Kirby. I was definitely more Mario, Sonic, Crash, that side of the characters. But I like this one though, like especially because I didn't get to play it on the Wii. And I kind of needed like that old school 2D platformer anyway, because like everything else kind of sucks right now. So I wound up buying it. I think I'm at World 3 right now or something. I do agree with Aaron that graphics are really good. I think this is like one of the first Kirby games. It feels like it's at 60 frames per second. I know Allies wasn't. Allies wasn't,
but this one is.
Yeah, so I feel like this is like I don't remember if Forgotten Land was 60. I think that was 32.
That was 30.
But this one's
only at 60 because it's a remake. I mean remaster.
Yeah, that's one reason why. It'd be weird if a Wii game couldn't be at no damn 60.
60, yeah,
right. So the extra bit of frames is pretty cool. And I'm gonna be honest, like unpopular opinion, like I low key fuck with some of the Kirby games over the Mario. I'm not gonna lie, like
especially
Mario
as
is
of late,
fucking
yes.
Like, bro, Mario is so fucking boring, bro. Like, at least with Kirby, like the different power ups you get is worth it. Like,
it changes
Mario,
up the patterns.
you literally just get fucking fire, ice.
The same.
And that's pretty much it, bro. Like, and that's like,
I mean, with Mario, the one I messed with was Odyssey and 3D World.
Odyssey is the exception.
3D World with the Bowser's.
Galaxy is the best Mario game ever. Super Mario Galaxy.
I think the Forgotten Land was better than 3D Mario. The Kirby Forgotten Land one was fire.
I love that one. That was a really good one because I got a chance to play that one. That was really cool.
3D World wasn't bad. 3D World wasn't bad.
No, yeah, I would say Odyssey
was just
over
a remaster though.
It was actually, it's kind of different though. It was 3D Land for the 3DS, and then it's just 3D World for the Switch. So they
came on the Wii U for him on the Wii U first. 3D World.
Yeah. But they changed a little bit in there, but they added that Bowser's Fury too in there.
They're not worth the 60.
No, not worth the 60. I agree.
I didn't even care about
I
that.
agree. But I would definitely take Odyssey over Forbidden Lands. I can't with Kirby.
No, yeah, I agree with that too. Like, yeah. Now I'm taking Forbidden Land over the 3D World, but Odyssey.
Yes,
Odyssey,
yeah, no, I agree.
Odyssey for sure. Yeah.
I'll keep it brief as well. That's everything my mirror said pretty much. It's a pretty solid platformer. A little too easy the first couple worlds because I don't know why they know they have gamers playing this game. They still make it easy, but regardless, I don't know why they do that. Good music, amazing looking game. It definitely does. This is how you do a remaster, Nintendo. So none of that Skyward bullshit. It's a really good game. It's a good game overall. 8 out of 10 for me. First couple worlds are boring, but it does pick up after like the third world, which is called Onion Ocean, which sounds disgusting. But Kirby has a thing with food, so yeah.
Everything is food with him, right? I think pretty much.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened to the other game that they put out. When you're rolling around the place, it's like something food.
Ah, man.
The buffet battle royale.
Oh my god, that was so bad.
Yeah,
that shit was running at 10 frames.
Yeah, I guess I go next. Yeah, the last Kirby game I played was like back in 2003, and that was Kirby Air Ride. I don't know if anybody knows it. Back on the GameCube. Man. Yeah, that was the last one I played. And this one is like you guys were saying, it's like a side scroller, and you pretty much get it kind of reminds me of how like Mario games play, like the way you just go through the enemies and everything. And I like the special abilities. Like it's this one move where you can like absorb like a fire dragon, and he does like a Dragon Ball Z like dragon brush shit. That shit's cool.
That's fire.
I like that. Yeah, and I do like that. By the way, I only got to play the demo so far, so it has like the demo includes like 3 levels and then like a bonus like carnival like thing. And that includes like this little laser tag game. That was pretty cool. It kind of reminded me of Crash Bash. It's like you get to play laser tag with like online players or like the computers.
Sub games.
Yeah, and you get to like another game you get to play like Target Practice. That's I guess. But yeah, like Aaron was saying, it's pretty easy though. It doesn't really give you a challenge. That's the only thing I don't like about it.
Well, it's more towards kids.
Multiplayer games, but no online. What the heck's up with that?
Oh yeah, I think like it's like more towards the younger audience. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like really easy though. Like one hit and then.
It is. Like it gets harder. Don't get me wrong. It gets harder after the third world. I don't know why they started out so stupidly easy coming out, but I don't know. That's how it is. And then no online multiplayer kind of kills it for me. Like, why you got a 4-player co-op game and no online multiplayer?
Because it sounds like you forgot that it's Nintendo.
Yeah, I do. My bad. I almost forgot. That's Facebook
You almost fell in that spell, Aaron.
Yeah, you can't fall into that spell. That's funny.
Before we hop off this one, I do want to mention two things real quick. Aaron, you're probably going to hate me for this, but it is what it is. I used the Nintendo voucher for the first time. If anyone hasn't used it or was skeptical about it, I would highly recommend it. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it.
I think
it is extreme.
Now, what is the voucher? Can you elaborate on that?
So the Nintendo voucher is, I think it's something they've always done in the past with the Wii and 3DS and shit like that. But it pretty much means you get to get 2 games at a I guess a somewhat discounted price. So like, you know how most Switch games are like $60,
right?
You get to get 2 of them for $100, and they give you $5 back. So like, ultimately, are you saving like $20 to $30? Yes. The downside is, to Aaron's point, you get the digital version, which you don't technically own. Right?
I don't hear an upside yet.
But
where's 2 sides of the coin here?
But the like I said, the beauty of it is that you get access to pre-order games. So like, for example, if you're someone who wants to get into Zelda, the new Breath of the Wild, you can get Breath of the Wild and you can get the new one for $100. So you don't have to spend $70. You can just get the voucher and you can get the Breath of the Wild, and you can get the new one that's coming out as well too for $100.
Okay.
So that only applies to the people who don't have the original already.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. So like, but not even that. Like, you can mix and match. So like, if you want the Skyward Sword, if you want ARMS, if you want Super Mario Odyssey, I think it's all for mostly their first party games. So like, if you want Super Mario Odyssey and fucking the new Kirby game, you can get both of them for $100. So I found that to be very, very useful.
Yeah, I can see that.
So like,
I can see that.
If again, it's more beneficial to people who just like strictly are digital. But in my opinion, I definitely think it's worth it for $100. Like, I was able to grab the Kirby game and Astro Chain for $100, and mind you, these are $60 $5 games.
Yep.
So like,
they're gonna change the 70 soon.
I'm not complaining.
He said they're gonna change. Yeah, 70 is probably looking like the next price point. For sure.
Yep.
But my next point, and Aaron, you can probably go ahead and elaborate, but like, what the fuck? I just don't understand how, like, we talk about Kirby being for children. How the fuck is this shit selling more than anything else? I just don't understand it. Like, what the fuck
Kirby,
is it?
The Kirby series in general?
All these fucking Nintendo kiddie games. Like, how are these?
Because they're not
selling
only for kids. Come on now. Like,
I know. I know that they're not simply just for kids, but like, how are these shits beating out majority of console? Like, I just don't understand it. Bro.
Like consoles themselves or video or games.
Like, Nintendo has.
I don't get this shit. Bro.
Nintendo has children and us. Grown folk,
exactly,
and the consoles mostly have older generation, like our age, and not more kids than Nintendo does. That's why, because you basically have that double amount because of the kid friendliness of the console. Now you're not gonna have a fucking 7-year-old playing Atomic Heart by himself, now are you?
Right. Yeah.
That's why Nintendo's games are selling more.
No. Like, I completely understand it from that perspective, but I'm just mind boggled to where it's like, you know, a company like Pokemon is completely outselling fucking.
Well, dude, they got the nostalgia of one.
I don't know.
They got that.
Like, at this point, does Pokemon, have they sold more than GTA at this point?
Yes.
Yeah. That is what I cannot fathom. Like, I understand it's kid friendly. The Switch is the most cheapest console. I understand all that, but bro, GTA, as we all know, whether you was a kid or not,
people.
Whether you were a kid, but bro, that just sounds crazy, bro. Who's playing Pokemon over Grand Theft Auto, bro?
Me.
Who's doing that, bro?
You got to,
bro. That's insanity,
it's a nostalgic
bro.
thing. People, Pokemon was big in the 90s.
I wish I would play Pokemon over Grand Theft Auto.
I mean, I don't play either, but for me, it's like it's the nostalgia factor, you know, nostalgia. So they got the old school fans playing in, and they made the RPG, especially nowadays. easier enough to where as kids can get into it. It is a JRPG for a little kid. Like it is. It's not that difficult. Like the fan base acknowledges that it's not that difficult. But they still play it regardless because they're slaves, obviously. So they're still gonna play it. Now a game like Metroid, of course Metroid ain't gonna sell as much as no damn Pokemon. Metroid, like, it's one of Nintendo's more mature titles. Neither is Fire Emblem, neither is Xenoblade. They're not gonna touch that. But they will touch Pokemon and they will touch Mario. You know what I mean? So like,
bro, but even those games though, like, I feel like, bro, but even that though, like, I guess that's what I mean too. Like, a majority of Nintendo games just outsell everything, even like Fire Emblem and fucking Zelda. And like, I'm just mind blown.
It's the Switch effect, man. That's what they call it.
So are we just talking about the accessibility because of how cheap it is? It's super easy to get one, and now it's like a fucking bargain bin. You can just go buy.
Gamers,
a bunch of fucking.
It's not just gamers playing the game anymore. Now you got a certain type of regular adults who come home and just want to play a game. Now you got kids.
Yeah, you got to also remember, like, Nintendo was here basically first, then the other two.
Bro, that's all, bro. It's all fine and all, but like, you're not telling me that shit's beating fucking a game like God of War, bro. Fuck out of here, bro.
I mean, no.
Bro, listen, I might be biased, bro.
God of War is the king, bro.
You're not telling me a pixel game like Pokemon is beating God of War. It just sounds crazy.
It's just the fan base, like Aaron said.
Kirby just got to these type of cells. They never.
You gotta keep in mind too, like, we gotta see where the Wii started off. And like a game like Kirby, that's more accessible for kids. You gotta think about what's a mom gonna get? A GTA for her little kid, or
I know. Yeah, I know. Like, I know the kid factor, but like, I guess what I'm saying is just like, it's just really hard for me to believe that, especially like with
you're gonna have to believe that shit because it's happening.
Games are evolving at the same time too. Like, right. I mean, yeah, like Nintendo do they bullshit because they come out with the same games all the fucking time? Like, how many different Pokemons are we getting? And then they're just upselling the shit because you have to pay for 2 different versions for one different type of Pokemon.
That's bullshit.
So like, that's what I'm saying.
I don't
that's
agree
so
with that.
dumb. Like, and the consumer base are so good, like so gullible to do that shit. It's just like, bro, y'all really spending money on these fucking Nintendo games.
Absolutely,
it's crazy. Bro.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what kept them alive for so long, right?
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I love Nintendo. Like, I love Nintendo, but I'm not about if they, we have a new Super Mario Odyssey. The only difference is that we're changing the setting. We're changing the setting and we're keeping all the same cast, same characters. Still 2-player, you get to play as the hat. I'm not buying that shit, bro. Like, I'm not buying that shit, bro. Like, and even Tears of Kingdom, like, the shit looks like it's in the same setting as Breath of the Wild. Like, what is, like, this is just crazy.
Yeah, like, I agree with you. I feel like they need like a new generation of like hitters, like instead of Mario, Zelda, like, Kirby. They need a new generation.
How many times are people want to just re-buy these same old fucking games, bro? Like, Zelda's been out since the fucking 80s. Like, what more do y'all want to see with Link and Princess Zelda? Like, no offense. I know you guys like. I know you guys like Zelda. No offense. I know you guys like Zelda, but I'm just saying, like, at least Sony and Microsoft, like, they're changing the narrative. Like, yeah, is Halo still alive and kicking? Yeah, but Halo hasn't been around as long as Zelda has. Like,
wait a minute. You did not just say they're changing the narrative.
They are.
Not changing shit. What are you talking about?
Bro, Sony and PlayStation collectively have newer IPs than Nintendo has.
Yeah, you're right.
Nintendo don't make anything new.
But why is that though? That's the thing we're trying to figure out here.
Because they're allowed to continue to milk their same characters for the past 30 years.
And that's the question. Why are they buying it though? That's the biggest question.
Fire Emblem's been around since the 1980s and it's still selling. I'm not saying it's bad. But I'm just saying, like, how much longer are y'all gonna milk this shit? And then we're just gullible enough. We're just
the extinction of the human race. That's really, I know.
We're just gullible enough to buy it.
PlayStation only got like over the shoulder third person shooter type games though. That's not new. What are you talking about?
Wait. You said PlayStation has what?
Only have third person over the shoulder type games, man. What are you talking about? That's not new.
That's not true. Bro, what do you mean? PlayStation has Ghost of Tsushima. It has the Infamous series.
Wow. Okay.
God of War.
I said Ghost of Tsushima. You just said Ghost of Tsushima is like Assassin's Creed. Bro, that's crazy, bro.
That brings to the next topic too.
Hold on. First of all, The Last of Us, come on now, bro. The second one's the same as the first one. Are you kidding me?
It's not.
Yo, bro.
It's not.
Yo,
It's
bro.
not. Don't do that.
Oh, but bro,
You're not even doing most of those, all that cool ass shit you're doing in God of War. You're not even doing that by yourself.
Nintendo has no hack and slashers though.
They do. Called Bayonetta and Astro.
That's just trash. Bayonetta is not even that good.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa, hold on.
Slow down,
Yo,
you
bro.
two.
Bro, are we like we're talking about Bayonetta compared to God of War? Like what?
Oh,
Bayonetta is a cult classic.
I'm not saying, but God of War is not. Like, what are we seeing here, bro?
God of War it is God tier. There is no
bro, but these are different levels though, bro. Like
God of War.
Bayonetta is bro. They are Bayonetta is no mascot to any of them. God of War is a mascot to Sony.
You
pissed me off.
Yeah.
Wait. But talking about milking a franchise. We about to get into Resident Evil. They kind of
Nah, that's different though. Like Nintendo done remade, bro. How many Super Marios came out since the 1985, bro?
But the gameplay has always been different in a lot of them, though. You can't.
Nah, bro. Resident Evil.
A lot of them is the same. For America.
Like they're all the same, bro. Bro. Nah, they're bro. Even in the new movie, they're milking Rainbow Road, bro. Like, why do we need to see that again? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on, bro.
Whenever this Sony game come out, I swear on my life, that Wolverine game better not play no damn Miles Morales, man. Because
it's not.
Nah, it's gonna be a different experience.
To be honest, this is where Nintendo needs to take notes, especially from Insomniac. You can't tell me that Ratchet and Clank plays like Spider-Man.
Of course it does. I ain't say that.
But with Nintendo, that's always the same case. Kirby games play just like Mario.
Yo, don't you dare! From a level design perspective, they are vastly different.
No, they're the same.
They are. From a level design perspective,
they're the same.
They're crazy.
They're pretty much the same. The field of view in Mario might be a little bit better than Kirby. That's what I give you. The field of view.
On gameplay though, a lot of Sony games are just basically kind of like. I'm sorry to say this, just like they're pretty to look at, sure, but the gameplay is like kind of like it's mid, like it is.
So you're telling me? Hold on.
And what else? Come on, man. Are you serious?
So Aaron, let me ask you this then. What game that's on the Switch in terms of combat, story driven? Obviously, you can't compare graphics. What game does Nintendo have that can fuck with a game like Ghost of Tsushima?
Oh, that can fucking game like Ghost of Tsushima?
Zelda.
What does the Switch have? Wait a minute. Wait, what?
Wait. I didn't even hear that one. Wait, what was it?
I'm going to tell you right now, I fucks with Zelda over Ghost of Tsushima. I cannot play Ghost of Tsushima. That shit is boring as hell.
Oh,
bro, that's crazy.
I'll say Metroid. Want to know why? Hold on, I'll tell you why.
Metroid. I wouldn't pick Metroid.
I'll tell you why. Because what? Your God of War game, your favorite game or whatever, takes its cues from Metroid. They even admitted it in their own little developer interviews. They said it.
That's fine. That's fine. It's but the student surpasses the teacher. The student surpasses the teacher.
Metro, not only that, God of War,
bro, Metroid is one of the most underrated shooters of all time. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's very underrated. Exactly.
No one ever really looks, unless you're really unless your game is trying to be very sci-fi, space oriented. That's you're only pulling from Metroid. No one ever pulls from Metroid from influence from a first-person shooter. Let's be honest.
But from a game perspective, they do the whole Metroid type gameplay, stuff like that. God of War.
Well, so you know what? I'm thinking about the 3D Metroid. I'm sorry, because when we said first person shooter, that's what We're talking about the 3D Metroid. Now, if you're talking about the 2D, okay, then I can understand it from that perspective.
Like they do, like they pull from it a lot. Like Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Super Metro are the two games that a lot of games pull from. And
listen, bro, them shits ain't fucking with The Last of Us, man. I don't give a fuck.
Ramir, are you still gonna argue with me with Zelda and Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah, because the combat in Zelda doesn't even compare to Ghost of Tsushima. Like, what are you talking about?
So I checked Breath of the Wild got more sales than that game.
That's fine. But
the
then
Metacritic score is much higher. It looks like a lot of things are better than that game.
Nah, like listen, Breath of the Wild is a classic. It is absolutely like it deserves everything it has. It's an amazing game. But in terms of combat, now the question is like, I would say specific things. Like now, if you ask me which one will I prefer, I would probably go with Breath of the Wild. But in terms of just like pure combat and like story, let's be real. Like Breath of the Wild story is bland as fuck. Let's be honest.
I wouldn't say that. It changed a lot.
I don't got a race in this horse. I don't.
This is why.
Horse in this race. I'm sorry.
This is why.
I just had to correct that. I was like,
I don't know. Ramir, I question Ramir's sanity sometimes. Like, I don't know if he's smoking bad weed or something or whatever, but.
Bro, you call PlayStation games story games, bro. That's the most disrespectful thing ever. Like, that's crazy.
Are you not pushing somebody against the wall and mass square, cool looking cutscene, mass square. Are you not just,
bro? But that's what you do. So you don't do that in Mario?
No.
So to attack, you don't mash square? You don't mash square to attack?
No, but
you don't do mash.
Yeah, you don't mash in Mario.
Okay, bro, you do. You mash in Smash. You mash in Arms. Like there's so many. You mash in Zelda. Like
that's not the same shit he's talking about though.
Nah, bro. There's like because you're saying like Sony games or movie games. And like you just mash the square button.
Well, he's talking about what he's talking about is like the God of War cutscenes, like the playable cutscenes.
Oh, but it's fine for Bayonetta to be mashed.
No, I don't even fuck with. Listen, I don't even. Fuck
you don't mash your Bayonetta. You don't mash.
You do combos.
And you don't do, bro. We don't do combos in the God of War.
Yeah, we do a bunch of combos. It's majority of the game is combos actually in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In God of War, you juggle people.
Yeah. Well,
and you juggle people in Bayonetta too.
Bayonetta.
Bayonetta's combat is more.
Don't say more intricate because it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Yes, I have.
Have you played the third one?
Yes. All you do is press square, triangle to do the different inputs and everything.
First of all, buttons, not switch buttons. First of all.
All right. See, to be fair, Bayonetta. Nah, bro. Nah, because Bayonetta is on PlayStation. So, like, it can be square. It can be square.
You can apply that to any game.
Yeah, you can. But God of War, I feel like that is literally hits home at God of War. It does. Here's how I say it. You can play. You are actually playing the cool cutscenes. You're making them in Bayonetta. You're just like pressing square through them and that God of War. There you go.
So you're arguing what is it called? Quick time events. Who cares about that?
It ain't just quick time events, bro. That's not
bro. Ain't quick time events.
But at least you get quick time events in addition to the
God of War
combos.
Too. Bro,
that's what I'm saying, Mir. I'm agreeing with you.
Aaron, have you not played God of War 2018? Bro, the first scene is a quick time scene.
Oh.
I played through that entire boring ass game.
Oh, it's not boring, bro.
Yo. It's like, come on now, and then
bro.
Then they baby you a lot, man. That's what I say. That's why they baby you.
That's not true either. God of War was hard as hell.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they pretty much like they had. It's pretty much like you have to actually know what you're doing in that game. Like,
you do.
You do. Stand still for like a minute, and traders will tell you, "Hey, that's yellow switch looks pretty important." Yada. Now, if there was
but you know how many times he's given me hints and I still didn't know what he was talking about? They're not very helpful. Like,
it's not like the camera angle and just aiming at the object. You know what I mean?
Child, you need to listen some more. That's the opposite. You're not listening enough. You're too impressed by that high frame rate and those colorful movie graphics and everything.
Talking about HD, the Resident Evil though.
Oh yeah, you can go on to our next.
I think we should move on to Resident Evil.
Yeah, no. We can finish this up later. But the next one we can go on to is upcoming Resident Evil 4 demo. I don't know. Did it come out yet? I don't know.
No, not yet.
I mean,
but there was a gameplay trailer though.
I was gonna say I didn't get time to look at it. How does it look?
It looks amazing. I'm gonna tell you right now,
bro. Amazing isn't
fuck. Yeah, it's not even a word.
So the best way to go about this conversation is like I don't think anybody has any complaints about this version of Resident Evil.
Hell no. No, I don't. I definitely don't.
Especially
for me, Resident Evil 4 is like one of the top games that I played growing up.
I was gonna say that's
for me either, honestly.
It's not only a remake of one of the best. It's the remake of the best one out of the series.
That's
I don't know about that.
No, man. I'm gonna agree with Nick. Out of all the Resident Evil games, I'm gonna say 4 was the best.
It was so amazing, bro. Like you guys haven't
introduced a lot of things that was detrimental to the series as well. Like it did.
Yeah, fucked it up too.
Yeah, that whole action standpoint thing.
That shit was horrible, bro. I hated that.
Kind of fucked up the series with it.
I hated that shit.
Bro, but I'm gonna tell you right now, like gameplay, watching like these cutscenes there. Oh my god!
I was gonna say how does it look with the new graphics and I guess what is it running on? I don't know if it's
Unreal Engine 5.
Oh, it's over.
No, I thought it was the RE
it's
engine.
over.
It's not running on the RE engine.
I don't know. I can check.
Well, just out of curiosity, I'm assuming everybody is grabbing it. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure. Are you checking this one out?
Version already out already. The Wii version. Just saying. I do have the superior version out already. But I'll grab this other version.
I had to play through the series first, but yeah, I mean, eventually when I play all the remakes, I definitely grab this one when I get to it.
Okay.
It is RE Engine. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. It's over. It's over. This actually might be nominated for fucking one of the games of this year.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know. I don't know if it's about to be. It could be nominated, but I don't know if it's gonna get it.
No.
Because it's Resident Evil.
At least give it the chance to be in the Game Awards. That's how.
Yeah.
I'll be given that chance.
Yeah. Because I think Hogwarts is gonna get it this year.
Ooh.
No, you're foolish.
I don't know, man. I think Hogwarts might get it this year.
I don't know. There's still many more things to come out this year, though. I don't know.
Nah, bro. Let's be honest. Knowing Zelda, bro, that shit's gonna win.
It all depends. It all depends. Like when me and Aaron talked, it all depends if it's a copy paste. It all depends.
All right. So the second,
that's true.
so the second that we're not seeing 30 frames, then that's when it's not going to go to the Game Awards.
Well, it's Zelda, so even 30 frames would be good enough to make it to the.
Exactly.
They'd be like, oh my god, 30 frames. Why are you complaining? Stop complaining. Buy the game. Get it on your money. Stop complaining. Bend your ass over backwards right now.
You know what? I couldn't even be mad at it, man, because Zelda's been fucking winning. I mean, like did anyone want the Breath of the Wild won that fucking year too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So every time when they drop something, it's like they're gonna just give it to them. It's like God of War.
Horizon Zero Dawn didn't even stand a chance when they released that damn.
It's still a better game.
No, I don't know about that.
I wouldn't say that. No.
Calm down,
Aloy.
See, I would like to give an input on it, but I don't. I haven't even played Breath of the Wild. I played a little bit of it, but I can't give him my full take on that. But like Horizon is a fucking amazing game, though.
It is. I do like Horizon. Horizon is a fucking amazing game, but I'm a Zelda man, and Zelda, I can't with Breath of the Wild. It definitely tops Horizon.
Yeah.
I'm not a Zelda man at all. I'm a Metro man first and foremost, but I don't really like Sony games, so I'm a folk Zelda anyway.
That's not even fair arguments because like both of you guys are biased. Like
But you got to understand, at least we sit there and we think about what you guys are saying, and we listen, instead of saying, no, this is the answer, this is what we're going to say.
But that's not true, because if that was true, you would admit that there's some things about Horizon that was probably arguably better than Breath of the Wild.
Correct.
Y'all both just like, yeah, nah.
Mir, you're not listening though. I'm not saying that that. There's no, of course there's no comparison. It's two fucking different games.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that for me personally, I will always pick Zelda. Zelda is my shit. And Breath of the Wild is, one game of the year. Remember that?
What do you think that has over Zelda besides just the graphics? And maybe
I know, that's what I'm saying. The
gameplay.
No.
But this is why I say the bias, the biases, you're saying Breath of the Wild purely based off of nostalgia. Don't get me wrong, the Breath of the Wild is great, but come on, bro, in Horizon, the world itself is better. It's a much more fulfilling world.
Yes, it is. It is a more compelling world. Yes.
So that, no matter what you want to argue, there's definitely more things about Horizon that is done better than Breath of the Wild.
Can't agree.
And now again, you can have your biases. Okay, I enjoy Zelda better. It's fine. I'm not saying that Horizon it's not a better game, but I am saying you can't deny that there is things in that game.
But we're also not
better.
We're also not saying that it's not a good game. I'm saying it's a good game, but it's just not my game. It's
which is fine.
If you're doing the two, then I would go with Zelda, which is what I'm saying. Now, I'm not saying Horizon is a bad game, because I play fucking Horizon. Horizon's amazing, but I would go towards more. If I had to pick either one, I would go towards more Zelda.
Exactly.
Horizon
which is completely fair.
Combat, though, you do know that, though, right?
That's not
combat
true.
Breath of the Wild is far superior to Horizon.
No, it's not.
Bro,
do you know the
complexity? Aaron,
do you know the complexity of the bows?
Different combat styles.
What are we talking? But that's what I'm saying. Aaron is completely biased again. He's just everything. Everything in Zelda is just far superior. There's nothing in Horizon.
Let me not troll. Not everything. Obviously, not the graphics.
not everything.
But the way you progress in the world is definitely better than Horizon. Let's be real.
In what sense?
It's open to you from the moment you start, and not only that, it's truly connected. Everything makes sense within this world.
I just don't.
What is that? But how is that a good point for it to being better than Horizon?
I mean, it is. Horizon's world is connected. Don't be wrong. It's connected and it makes sense. But I'd say they were even if it weren't for the fact that Horizon's combat and it's those whatever. I don't know what they call shrines or whatever. But the places you explore, they don't hold a camera to things in Zelda. The shrines in Zelda, they just don't.
So we were talking about the difficulty of the shrine.
That too. I mean, it's a bunch of
because there's I'd argue Horizon have way harder bosses.
I absolutely, absolutely.
Bosses are much more harder in Horizon. And again, to be fair, in Zelda, I don't think the inventory and the complexity of the combat is in depth as it is in Horizon. Horizon, you literally need specific weapons. If you don't go out and farm, which you do in Zelda as well. I'm not saying you don't, but you literally cannot, or it'll be much harder to defeat a boss if you don't have a specific thing, or you haven't upgraded this weapon to a specific caliber. Whereas though Breath of the Wild is not bro, you can literally go on and fight Ganon from the beginning of the game.
Yeah, you will be hard pressed to beat him though.
You gotta get your ass.
Which is fine, but that's a plot hole for the game. You can't do that in Horizon. There's no way you're forced to go through the story of the game. In Zelda, it's just
they want you to play the way you want to play. You are allowed to do that. It's freedom. It's completely open.
I think the only issue I had with Breath of the Wild is just if you go into different sections, you what is it you can freeze up or you get hungry and you can actually die.
Yeah, because it's kind of realistic. You gotta make sure you have the right clothing, and that's another thing. You can't be in that area unless you progress through the story a certain way to get that type of item.
I'm too lazy. I just want it to be given to me.
But you can also kind of get away with it depending on what plants you pick, and you can cook them, and it gives you a timer of how long you could be in the cold for. So there's that too.
There's that.
How crazy how this Resident Evil 4 got derailed straight into Breath
no.
Wild versus
because
don't.
I don't know. But Resident Evil 4 there's nothing, no like expectations or
it's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, so do we have an actual release date? Do we have a release date that's actually going to be coming out for the demo?
I want to say early March.
20. You said the demo. I think you meant the game. I don't know about the demo.
Because the game comes out at the end of March. So I want to say early March.
Wait, Aaron already said he has a copy of it, right? You said, what is it?
Yeah, I have a copy of the best version of Resident Evil, the Wii version. Yeah. Wiimote controller. That's what I'm talking about. I'm an asshole.
All right.
I am kind of curious though, like, so with this being number 3, I'm more than sure. I don't know which one they'll jump to, but I see either the 1st or the 5th getting remade. If the 5th one is up next,
but the 5th was another good one.
It was, but like I don't know, like 2, 3, and 4 are like redeemed as the greatest of them all. Like 5 isn't held in that same regard.
Yeah, so, like, I will agree. I think 5 should be given more.
Resident Evil 1 remake is regarded as one of the best ones as well. The original remake on the GameCube, that's considered.
Yeah. I missed that.
Yeah, you know what? I respect that one too. Yeah, that was a good one.
But 5 is just like 5. I love 5. That's one of my personal favorites.
That was the one, bro. Like that was that was cool.
It's only good for co-op. Let's say that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the best way. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the weapons are like overkill once you fucking beat the game, and you get like the really strong fucking weapons. I forgot what they're called.
You got Chris Redfield punching a rock. He punches rocks.
Yeah, that was crazy. The fucking rock punch. Well, he lifts the rock and he almost lifts it, then punches it in half.
Yeah, he does.
So
no, nothing on the demo for Resident Evil 4. It's just the release date for March 24th.
I am curious though, like how were you guys planning it? Because I don't know how true this is, but I heard that for the console version, it's going to be 4K 60, which that's up there, like.
So it should be like that. Well, I can't even say straight across the board, but
I'm probably gonna grab it on the Steam Deck, but it's definitely not gonna be 4K 60.
All right. Yeah.
I'm playing on the Xbox, so I'll play most of my third parties on there anyway. So
I'll get it on the 5 for me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was saying earlier that I had to play the previous ones first. So you were saying, like if they remake the first one, I don't think
you'd have to.
No, not for the remake.
Unless you could get into it. Unless like. I think Don is trying to like, unless you just want to start the series in general from the first one. I think 4
doesn't have a story to it though.
Well, 4
does, but they kind of separate.
Yeah, like because all the characters are different. Like if you play Resident Evil 4, the only one that really connects is 2 and 3.
Yeah, basically only 2 and 3.
2 and 3, like.
Got you.
So you could definitely try it on.
So like if you want my personal favorite version of Leon, you would have to play the second one just to understand his character.
The second one.
The Punk Cuck one is your favorite version of Leon? Not the one.
Listen, bro, the rookie cop. That's my guy.
Not the one who can
my rookie cop.
Yeah, I was going to say Aaron, bro. That's the best. Bro, that's the best version of Leon, bro. Like,
bro. What he's saying is like if you want to learn about Leon and where he's coming from and all his backstory, is 2 is where to start.
Yeah.
And then, bro, listen. And then it's okay to skip to 4. You don't have to do 3 because 4 almost has no relation to the other ones.
Bro, bro, there's nothing beating the backflip, bro. That's the
bro. When Leon pulled up, when he pulled up to the gas station with the fit on, bro, he was crazy before he was rookie cop. And then when he went into that police station and then he had all those signs up, "Welcome to your first day." That's legendary, bro. That is legendary. Resident Evil 2 is goated.
I was about to say, because I've seen Leon before, but I thought he was like in previous ones. So he's like a different Leon. I'm just
he's not different.
No,
he's
not
different. Like,
yeah.
He took steroids in Resident Evil 4. He took steroids in Resident Evil 4.
Nah, bro. He's just more experienced.
Bro, he took steroids in Resident Evil 6 for sure.
Yeah, 6 for sure.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck was happening in 6.
That was probably the worst one, 6.
I didn't even look at that. I didn't even look that way, man, for that one.
Nah, 6 is you don't play 6.
It's terrible.
Let's not even talk about Operation Raccoon City.
I bought that one. Bro, that shit was horrible, bro. Like,
That shit is in the back of my mind in a fucking chest somewhere.
Literally made no sense to the fucking story, bro. It was just like fucking there. That's
you know
what it
what?
was.
You know what's crazy? I think the other topic is coming up too about Resident Evil rankings. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we'll move on to the next topic. So Justice League kills Suicide Squad gameplay. I'm excited for it. I think this is what Gotham should have been. Gotham Knights.
I don't like that. I don't like that having to be online while playing the single player part though. That's kind of stupid.
Bro, it's stupid.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing a lot of complaints about that. Like, did y'all guys see like the dislike ratio on each of those videos?
I just see DC and I'm with it.
Yo, bro. Listen, this game is fucking trash, bro.
No, bro. I think I'm excited. I think it might be good, bro. Like the gameplay looks fire. It looks like we never even had it.
It doesn't. The gameplay looks horrible. Like, why are they jumping around all the whole time? Like, bro, this game looks. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. This looks worse than Gotham Knights.
Damn, because Gotham Knights was bad.
Bro, listen,
give it a chance. It's not out yet.
Bro, listen, I had so much hype for this game. Like, from a graphical standpoint, this game is amazing. It looks great.
Right.
But
and the fact that we never got a game like this, like to play the villains and shit like that.
Well, first, like, nobody really cares about the Suicide Squad, too. So I don't know why they decided to go that route. Like, but the gameplay it's not there, bro. Like, and then the version of the Suicide Squad that they decided to go with, like, I don't like the Harley Quinn. You know, they could have did without King Shark. Like, they tried to follow the movie and they just fucked it up. There was so many different other members they could have added. Yeah. But, like, this is a huge step away from Batman. And I know, like, it's been years later, so it's probably not the same team. But, like, this is, like, Rocksteady was known for having a resume for Batman games, bro. If this comes out and it's like a battle pass and microtransactions,
it's gonna be what's that DC game? What's that DC Universe?
Oh, that was shit.
I do not need this, bro. And God forbid we get a demo for this game. If they put out a demo, this game is already flopped. Because their mindset shouldn't even be to put this out on the demo. If we get a demo, this game is over.
This is interesting coming from you because it's like you're usually the DC mascot. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But DC, they've been fucking up. Like, bro, like there hasn't been a good DC game since 2015.
We can't even say the same for the movies. So I mean, the same thing.
Yeah, movies is going downhill too.
Like this new Flash movie, what is this? Like, who cares? Like,
they're trying to do like they're trying to do a multiverse, like a like Marvel.
It's sad because the characters are there. The characters themselves can have the potential. Right. It's just I don't know. Like,
probably
then again,
the companies.
James Gunn is taking over stuff. So Peacemaker was pretty good. That was well received. So who knows? Maybe he can change everything up.
I want him to go more in the Joker route, like that movie. That's it.
Yeah,
I did not like Joker.
It was pretty good.
Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah.
That shit is.
Oh no! Wait! I forgot. No, we're flipping. I forgot. Batman came out last year.
That was trash too.
Nah, bro. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't like that, bro.
Are you serious?
I didn't like
Robert Peterson. Whatever his name, Patterson.
Yo, y'all are wildin', bro.
Yeah, bro. I didn't even see it, but I heard it was bad, bro.
You liked Robert Patterson's Batman?
Bro, that Batman was crazy. That was such a good Batman movie,
It was so bad. Oh my god, it was the worst fucking Batman ever.
From Twilight, that's all he did.
No,
I thought
that movie was so good, bro.
No wonder. Now it all makes sense with how you rate games and shit.
So now it all makes sense.
Bro, you cannot like this movie. That is so bad.
That movie was solid, bro. Like that was a good.
What made it good in your eyes?
I'm not saying it's on the Dark Knight level, but I am saying if you compare that movie to all
Ben Affleck's Batman was so much better than his Batman.
Absolutely not.
No, man.
Absolutely not.
Bro, Robert Patterson's Batman is like he's like a weird stalker breathing.
Exactly. It's a new take on Batman. He's very dark. Very depressed. It's a different era of Batman, which we needed. It's a much younger version of him.
We didn't need this.
The villains in there were great. Like, Catwoman was great. That movie was solid, bro.
Nah, nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Disagree.
110%.
And then Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. Oh my God, terrible.
Now, bro,
Fucking hated it.
bro.
That was a good one. That wasn't bad.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's wild.
I hated that Batman. I mean, that Joker.
I don't know about that. The Joker was a masterpiece. To me.
Yeah, that movie was amazing, bro.
Nope.
That was probably like the last best DC movie in my opinion.
What, the Joker?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you seen the Batman.
No, I didn't see the Batman. I said I
don't see the Batman.
Yeah, I heard it was. Yeah, I heard that he was just crying in the corner like a little bitch. You know that. That's
it was so bad, dude. It's not good.
That's
not good.
That's basically all I heard from it. I only heard bad things. I never checked it out. All I know is you said that I was crazy because I didn't get a chance to see it, and it's been a whole year since the game.
It's on HBO Max. Watch it on HBO Max. I bet you'll like it.
All right, what made it?
He's gonna watch like 5 minutes and then listen to him breathing, staring at someone through a fucking window like a creep, and he's like,
so. But what? My question is like, what made it good in your eyes?
Nothing. He's delusional.
You're asking me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm asking you. Like, what made it good?
It was a new take on Batman. Like, we finally got to see the youngest version of him. It was different. Like, he didn't just his emotions weren't simply based off of him just losing his parents. Like, it was much more than that. Like, it was Gotham City in itself. He was really paying attention. Like, he really wanted to go ahead and protect the city the best way he could. Like I said, the only issue with the movie is that it's super fucking long. It's long as shit. It's like 4 hours. But I think Falcone is in it. The Penguin's in it.
Okay.
I forgot who else is in
so
there.
There's
so many villains.
Is he taking out these villains like not all at once, but like throughout the movie is what he's doing? Or?
It's a different perspective. So it's not like necessarily he's just simply against them, because Gotham, and that's what I like about the movie, is that it kind of displays everything that goes in Gotham. Like, all villains they don't associate with each other. They're all different, right? So like, the Penguin has his own organization. The Penguin has his own organization. Don Falcone has his own organization. And like, Batman goes to these villains to see what the overall arching thing is. But he, you know what I mean? So he utilizes them to go ahead and see what the overall landscape is. Because the main villain in there is, I think it's the Riddler. He's the overall antagonist out of the whole thing. Yeah, but like I said, the best thing that I enjoyed the most is that you get to dissect all the different characters they display, or they do a really good job of displaying all the different character arcs. So like, again, you get to see the Penguin, and you get to see Selena Kyle's backstory. You get to see Batman and himself. Like, you get to see Alfred. Like, it's not just another Batman where he's just working with Alfred and he just goes to kill bad guys. That's not what this movie is
right.
about.
So it's a way to
it's a real take on what happens in Gotham City. If that makes sense.
So it's a bigger way for you to unfold like each story of the characters, connect with the characters. I think
it does a good job to unfold the different characters and understanding how Gotham City operates. If I had to sum it up, it's not a simple Batman just go save the day. Like, yes, that's in the movie, but it's much more than that.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels like a more realistic Gotham too. Like the way they build that. The world in there.
It does.
Especially the Penguin.
I just don't like Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
For a moment when the sun hit his skin, I thought he was sparkly.
yeah.
Like Twilight.
See, but that's what I'm saying. Like And I feel like that's the negative connotation. Like, everybody's just like, everybody's just like,
for me, it was just boring. I couldn't. I had to split that shit into like 4 days. I couldn't sit there and watch the whole thing. I couldn't sit there and watch the whole thing at once. It was too boring.
Before the movie even came out, the biggest controversy was just Robert Pattinson is Batman.
Because
everybody was already
right? Like because
and since when? I mean, listen, call me crazy, but the general consensus believes so. Since when has Twilight been not good?
I never liked Twilight.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not the biggest fan, but it has a huge fan base. I know that. Like
Twilight has a huge fan base. Like Twilight is one of the best selling movies ever. Like,
but does that mean that the movie's not bad?
No, I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Does that mean the movie's not bad because it has a bigger fan base? I don't think that means
nah,
that, right?
I think y'all just got it off of Robert Pattinson, bro. That's what I.
Robert Pattinson's actually a good actor outside of Twilight.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he is a good actor. I think I just got it off.
I don't even think it's just him. I don't know what it was. In my opinion, I just kept hearing bad reviews, but that's why I'm not even speaking much on it because I haven't even watched it myself. So if I get a chance to watch it. And then I'll give you my honest opinion.
Bro, the Batman was better than the Man of Steel. It was better than the Man of Steel. It was better than Justice League.
No.
It was better than all those movies, bro.
Wait. Which Man of Steel, bro? Like the original
one, the first one.
The one from 2008, right? Like or something like that.
Nah, I'm talking about the one with Zod.
Oh, Zod. Yeah, that was.
So the first Man of Steel, I had a problem with it because they went too in depth with him. It was too emotional. And
I like the actor though. The actor,
yeah. Everything was good. It's just I hated that they did so many goddamn flashbacks, and there wasn't enough about like what's like Superman. It's about him, but I already know about Superman. I didn't need to know his backstory when he was a kid. He got bullied and stuff like that. I don't need to know all that shit that they already explained in like the 30 other movies that we see.
Superman has the most boringest backstory ever, bro. If no one knows his backstory,
bro, you know that's my character though, man.
But I did fuck with Man of Steel, and it is better than Robert Pattinson's Batman. Fuck that.
Look, the thumbhead, he is amazing. Okay, I know his
bro, but like, how many times do we gotta hear about Clark Kent and being transported from fucking Krypton and being on the car? Bro, that shit's so boring.
It's like any mascot though, right? It's like the Mickey Mouse or fucking, you know what I mean? Like he's the top. Of course, we're gonna keep hearing the same shit.
Who knows Mickey Mouse's backstory?
I don't, but for fans who,
I do.
oh, there you go.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think we need to know Mickey Mouse.
But we can move on to our next one. We got MK12 rumors. I mean, listen.
Go first since you're gonna just trash it, bro.
I know. Aaron's definitely gonna be like, it's not gonna be comparable to Street Fighter. So I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about.
No, listen. As long as it's better than Mortal Kombat 11. First and foremost, we gotta see gameplay. That's how we're gonna judge anything.
I agree.
Because all we know, it could be
I disagree. I disagree.
Like, huh?
We don't need to see. We don't need to see gameplay. I believe in it. Like Mortal Kombat X was fine. Mortal Kombat 11 was fine. They were somewhat different. They were not the exact same.
10? I don't know. No, 10
was good.
10 was good.
10 was worse than 11.
No, it was pretty good. I liked them. It wasn't bad.
10 was not worse than 11. No,
10 was worse than 11.
11 tried to must be Street Fighter, but in the Mortal Kombat universe from a game.
You know, I thought you were going to say 11 tried to be too much like Injustice. I would agree there.
I don't remember 11's story arc. So I mean, what are we going to expect in 12? Is my biggest question.
Well, apparently, for the story move. If you, everybody, a lot of people actually
That's what.
If you played the Aftermath DLC, you would know that they unfortunately did a whole set of the story.
I heard that was such a good DLC too. I didn't even play that one.
Damn.
So they're starting it back from Mortal Kombat story. They're starting it back from the original Kung Lao story.
That's my man.
Yeah, Kung Lao is shit.
Maybe they'll make it to as he doesn't get killed by Goro this time. And remember, Luke.
Now I thought he died by Shao Kahn.
No, he died by
Goro. The original.
Yeah, the original was Goro.
Yeah. And Liu Kang's the guy this time around too. So we're going to see how it works.
Wasn't he the guy in the last game and the game before that? Like,
Liu Kang.
He saved
Liu Kang's always the face.
Liu Kang literally saved the world with Raiden again.
That's always the same. That's always the same story. And then, you know.
Yeah. the thing is, though, this time around, I don't know how you reboot a reboot, but they did it. I don't know how that's possible.
You got so much hate for it.
Oh my god! Like I said, that's from a story perspective. That's what they're going to take it. I think. I don't know if all. I mean, they could throw us a curveball. I just need, as a fighting game, as a competitive fighting game player, I have to see the gameplay first. I don't want to see Mortal Kombat 11 again. I didn't like Mortal Kombat 11.
It's weird. It's confirmed to release this year. I'm surprised they didn't show some type of gameplay.
Yeah, that's crazy,
bro.
And not only that, they don't support their games either. Mortal Kombat 11 had the least amount of DLC. Did it? The DLC out of Mortal Kombat games?
To be honest, bro, we don't even need. I'm tired of all of these. Like, I don't want another Mortal Kombat. Like, I want a new fighting game. Like, I'm tired.
Why don't they make it like a proper open?
Bro.
Why don't they make it like a proper open world type Mortal Kombat?
They was going to go back. They was going to go back to Shaolin Monks. They said it was going.
But Shaolin Monks wasn't bad either.
That was a great one. I love that one.
Like at least Street Fighter takes years to make another one. Like,
yes, it does.
Street Fighter 4 came out in like 2007, 2008, and then the next one came out in 2015.
But going back to
and now we in 2023.
But going back to 12. But going back to 12, Aaron, like, what would like to see? Like, as far as like, do you want to see more combos in this one, or like, you know what I mean? Like,
I want to see faster pace.
I would like
fighting. I want to see them fight faster.
Yeah,
bro. There's nothing they can do, bro. Like they can't change. I don't think they can change the structure of the fighting game. Like it's all gonna be. I think it's all gonna be the same thing, bro. Like, and that's what I'm saying. I'm so tired of Mortal Kombat. Like, it's gonna be the same thing, bro.
Mortal Kombat 11 focused a little more on the neutral aspects of fighting games. There was a neutral in it. It was no longer like Unga Bunga, I'm gonna rush you down, knock you down, get you guessing in the corner like Mortal Kombat 10 was. So I would like for them to continue that, just make it more neutral based. But as far as it don't gotta have a lot of combos. It don't have to. Mortal Kombat 11 don't got a lot of combos. Nah. And it's still okay enough.
Right.
I mean, so go ahead.
Because now I'm kind of curious. No. I just got a genuine question, right? So like, because like, when you're talking about it from like a fighting game perspective. Like, I want to know like what can Mortal Kombat do to help everyone, like outside of just fighting game experts. Like for even casuals, like I don't want another Mortal Kombat 11 and 10. Like they're all the same shit.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Do you mean by how if it's to make the game easier, they already did that? Mortal Kombat.
No, like I don't know what it is I want. It's just like, you know how we went from whatever you know how you went from Xenoverse to Dragon Ball Fighters. It was completely different. And now I'm not saying I want Mortal Kombat to be completely different, but like, I don't know, maybe a new art style, bro, I don't want the same thing. It's going to be the same characters, the same special abilities.
I don't know.
Different X-rays, different fatalities.
We might have...
Bro, it's all the same stuff.
That's the problem, though. Mortal Kombat don't got even though it really should, given how it looks, it don't got the same development style or development time length as Street Fighter.
Right.
It's Street Fighter is similar, but they took a different approach, right? Like the core combat of Street Fighter is the same as 5, but it has a different art style and there's probably different movesets, which is fine. But like, I need a whole new picture with Mortal Kombat because like it's not cutting it. Like, I don't care about adding new stage transitions. I don't care about the intricacies of the fighting. Like, none of that stuff matters, bro, because it's all going to be there at the end of the day. Like, I need a real valuable reason to buy 12 outside of just obviously like.
Would you like Conquest back? Have you played the original Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, Conquest was awesome,
bro. Maybe what we need is a Deadly Alliance again. I don't know, but like Mortal Kombat right now is not something I'm like.
I think we need a new Shaolin Monk.
Yeah, something different, because like just giving us MK, it hasn't even been that long. MK, what is it, 4 years now? Like
it's been, I think it's been 5.
You got to remember their main audience. Like Mortal Kombat already gets the casuals in because it's an easier fighting game, so they can get into it and that do press buttons and do something. But their main thing is that to make it a fighting game first and foremost. They're not going to go too much beyond that. Because that's where their bread and butter is. That's what makes them their money, you know?
Right.
The tournament scene, stuff like that. They're not going to go beyond that. They really aren't. Like they may add hands up in the air. They may just have no thumbs up, no fingers crossed. My bad, fingers crossed. They may add conquest. They may add it. Now, who knows? They may add conquest. Maybe that'll be the new thing.
At least bring back the 2v2 from MK9. Like, remember how you could play online with another random person?
Yeah,
add that or something.
That's too broken. That made the game unbearably.
I like the racing. I like the little arcade games that they used to have in there.
Oh yeah, test combat and my bad, motor combat. As they call it. Motor combat.
With the big ass heads and shit and the little carts.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Once Mortal Kombat 9 came out, it was pretty much streamlined from there. Fighting game first, all the other bullshit last. I mean,
yeah, but think about it though. That was such a huge change because that was the first 2D one in years. Like that, after that they were coming off the MK versus DC shit.
Well, how was the movie?
Just like
garbage.
What think about the movie?
Exactly.
How was that? What is that? Was that a change right there? Like
that was horrible.
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
That was the worst.
That was horrible.
it was so bad, bro.
We don't talk about that one.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Horrible. Yeah, it wasn't
Fuck HBO for that.
I get what he's saying though. It's like wanting to see something different that they can bring to the table, but it's like they're so used to making the same things. It's like I don't know if they know how to do that.
But I mean, like Ramir, like what are you playing a fighting game for though? Isn't like aren't you like playing just to fight? I mean, I understand.
Yeah, but what I'm saying like is like, for example, like I just feel like there was no. I used to. What was her name? What was the bug lady name?
Devorah.
Right,
yeah.
like there's with the addition to like maybe a small different movesets, it's the same thing. Like it's the same characters. Like how many times you gonna add Rain in the game? Like I'm just
Rain
tired of it all, bro.
Too many games though. Rain hasn't been in too many games.
Bro, Rain was in the last one, and I think he was in 9 for sure.
He was in 9.
But
he was in 9.
like,
Armageddon.
But that was a
Like,
DLC character too. Like,
huh?
I think he was DLC, Rain.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
DLC,
but like,
DLC.
come on, like I'm just tired of like the whole like. It's just like, bro, like
You just don't.
I don't know. Like,
You just don't want to
like,
play. You're not expecting it.
I still want it. Like I'm gonna still get it. Like, but I'm just saying, like I can't be the only one who's just like, come on, bro, another Mortal Kombat. This shit gonna be the same as graphically. It might be better.
Mir,
but like,
I'm not gonna lie to you, Mir. You are definitely one of the only ones saying that. Competitive players and fighting game players just want a new fighting game to play and earn money in. That's what it is.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I say, like, from a general fan perspective, like, not from a fighting game perspective, absolutely, I can understand, like, the intricate, like, gameplay changes, right? That makes sense. Like, to make a character better or make a character more broken than they were in the previous game. I get that. But, like, bro, like, I just need something different, bro. Like, I don't want the pit back. I don't care about stage fatalities. Like
they might surprise you. They might surprise you.
That's what I was gonna say. Like we don't
like. You know what? I guess what I'm looking for. Like, remember how they were? I don't know if it was a rumor. If this is still being made, but remember they were talking about how they were gonna make the Marvel and DC thing. How Ed Boon was like producing that or whatever. If he was gonna make something like that and change the art style and add some new mechanics to it, that's a little bit better than just giving us a carbon copy of Mortal Kombat. Like,
so something completely.
What can they improve off?
So you're saying
new X-rays?
So you're saying like for Ed Boon to work on something that's completely different, like not even just MK.
Yeah, I'm just tired of MK, bro. Like,
gotcha.
I mean,
and that's why I guess part of it is like. That's why I'm excited for the Project L, because that's, even though it's still a fighting game and its core is still going to be the same, it is different. Like, the mechanics are going to be different, new roster, new setting. It's just like Mortal Kombat is like, bro, how many times
I'm excited.
Get to the pit stage? Like,
I'm going to get it.
For Mortal Kombat 12?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been waiting 5 years. What is it, 4 or 5 years since the last one, man?
Yeah,
you gonna wait?
I'm probably gonna wait until see how it is.
You gonna wait just to play Kung Lao again?
Yep.
The same outfit.
Absolutely. Yep. That's my boy,
outfit, bro. He gonna have the same fatality and everything.
Yes, sir.
I mean, Back in the day, these always had like small little additions to the game for like air combat and like crushing combat and stuff like that. Like you push people through walls and everything.
Yeah, that was fire. Yeah,
I like to see that stuff with them.
The stage transitions and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I mean, but not really, because they took that and put it in Injustice technically.
Yeah, they did in there. Well,
so excitement, or I'm guessing
John, you summed it up perfectly, bro. Like everything you just said exactly was what I'm saying. Like there needs to be a way to advance fighting games, like because this is crazy.
About that time in this generation, they need to push it forward because it's like everything's just like the rehashing of each sequel game. It's just a repolish, and it's the same characters, like you were saying. Yeah,
but then also, I think, in like, no disrespect to fighting game communities, but I feel like that's all they're worried about too. Like, what happened to just general fans? Like, you know, back in the day, like before all these tournaments were really like a big thing. Like, what happened to just making a game pure and just wanting people to enjoy it for what it is? Are you just making it to make sure, like, you know, this character is the most, like, I that's one thing I hate about fighting games is tier list. I hate the shit. Like, oh, who's the most meta fight? Cause, bro, like, if I want to play this character, you're telling me I can't be among the best with this character because, this other person is a bad counter against this character. It's just like stuff like that is just so stupid, bro.
As a tournament player, bro, you can play whoever you want. The tier list is just to say, hey, he just had certain bad things about him that prevent him from probably winning a tournament with him.
But that's what I'm saying. But that leaks over to the general fans, though. Like, you know, that leaks over. So it's like, even with fighters, like, there was a thing where it was like, I think it was, who was it? Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta. When their game first came out, bro, literally everybody played them. That was it. You had beginners, you had novices, advanced, people of all levels just playing those two characters. And it's just like, bro.
Because how popular they were.
Right.
But because of how broken they were, though. It was their movesets. Like,
yeah, that's they broke.
They got nerfed.
I like only imagine when MK12 comes out and Scorpion has this traditional moveset from MK9 where he does the punch, dash.
Well,
fucking.
From a business perspective, who do you want to? Would you rather appeal to? Your actual audience who will support the DLC and support your tournament play and stuff like that, or casuals who will fall off the game like probably 2 weeks after getting it because they're not.
I agree. Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
Yeah, but that's no, because that, like, I would consider, like, I'm no fighting game expert, but I would invest in the game though. Like, I don't think you have to be a fighting game expert or be into the culture. But that's what I'm saying though. I feel like a lot of people would do the same. Like you, Danny, like you play Dragon Ball Fighters, like you've invested in characters. I'm sure you wouldn't consider yourself a fighting game expert. Like I think that's among a lot of people. Like, you know, supporting the game, I think just general fans would do that. Like, but when you're just making the game specifically because you're thinking about the outcome from a tournament perspective, I think that's where it becomes a little like, well, damn, like. What about the people who aren't that good to be in tournaments? Like,
well, that's the thing though. They have fighting games in general have been doing that for a minute now. Like I love Street Fighter 5.
You know what it was? It was MK9, bro. That just started it, bro. MK9 with Tom Brady, Sonic Fox, all them guys, bro. They started that. And I'm not saying it was bad. It was absolutely entertaining watching Evo every year with fighting games. But it is getting kind of old, though. Like, Evo isn't even a thing. Like,
it really started with Daigo Umehara and Street Fighter 3 and all that. It really started with those guys. They really made the competitive scene just go crazy. But, like, a lot of normal casual players are either, let's be honest, in school, have a family, have, like, a job, and the last thing they want to do is come home and work for the entertainment and get like stunned on by some dude who does like 100-hit combo on them and play the game all the time. Like so, like they.
Bro, have you played Fighters recently? That's everybody on that game.
I mean,
it's everybody on that game, bro. Like you go to a casual match and you still fight somebody that literally plays in ranked modes all the time, but they just happen to be in casual.
Then you would hate me. But Final Z is like it's baby's first Marvel vs. Capcom. It's like it's easy to do it. That's why Final Z was so successful. It dragged the Dragon Ball audience in, as well as casual fighting games players and fighting game enthusiasts, brought them all together, and it made because of their overall love of Dragon Ball. They all wanted to okay, I love Piccolo. Let me get good with Piccolo. Like Piccolo, my bro. But the show always holds them. But let's get good with Piccolo. Stuff like that. So that's why not every fighting game has that brand and staying power like Dragon Ball. Not a lot of fighting games have that. So that's why Street Fighter 6 is doing so well like it is now. It's drawing in new players while keeping its old players in. You have to find that happy medium, and that's not easy to do.
Street Fighter is just the exception, just because they had to take a new initiative. Come on, in 8 years in development, y'all couldn't just copy and paste. So Street Fighter has more attention grabbing characters anyway. Among come on, Chun-Li and Ryu and Cammy, bro, literally everybody watched the trailer for Cammy alone. Come on, bro. Her whole new character design, the character design in itself is going to draw people in. Street Fighter is different.
Right.
You're right.
Just wait until they display Chun-Li, bro. I bet you as soon as they show a Chun-Li trailer, bro, it's going to have 3 million views.
They already showed her.
So I must have forgot, man.
So best way to say this is are we expecting good vibes or no? For
yeah, I think it's gonna be a good game. It's just I think it's gonna be the same.
From 11.
All right. Well,
it's a back and forth thing.
It's a back and forth thing.
I think it's a 50-50 chance.
I feel as though we're gonna have some mixed feelings about the game, but hopefully we can have some good vibes, some good expectations, because again, it might be something different. We still don't even know what the game is gonna bring to us. We don't even have no idea. There's no demo. There's no gameplay. There will be a trailer. Those will always be the same. But as far as the gameplay of what it's going to bring to the table, I mean, it might still have the same, but who knows? They might actually surprise us. So I'd say, let's just have big hopes is what I would say. But we can go ahead and move on to the next topic. It would be IGN's top 10 Resident Evil list. And already, ladies and gentlemen, I already know we're going to pick this list apart in pieces because every time when we say IGN's list,
I'm actually not mad at this list.
I got problems with it already.
I got problems with it too. Yes, I'm still mad.
I'm not mad at this list.
But I can go ahead and let Aaron, because he did a phenomenal job with naming the list last time. So Aaron, can you go ahead and go down the list for me?
Okay. Hold on, bro. I'm pissed, bro. I'm already pissed at number 10.
That's what
I'm pissed.
That's what I'm saying. Let Aaron go down the list. Let Aaron go down the list.
Bro, what?
So remember. But first, let me just say this.
Why is number 9 even there? Why is number 9 even there?
Yeah, that's right. I'm looking at this shit now.
Number 10. Yeah, why is that? But not number 10. Resident Evil 5. Obviously, what we said earlier, you really just played it for the co-op. The single player experience is kind of dog dookie.
Bro, but to have it at 10, bro, at 10.
It really should be bumped
up. You
up.
telling me, bro?
Nah,
you're telling me
for VR it should be 10.
Hold on. Aaron, wait, bro. We're saying Resident Evil 6 is over 5?
No, 6 ain't on this list. It better not be.
No, it's not on. No, Aaron, it's not on this list. It's not on this list.
So, if we're judging it by the very best of Resident Evil, it deserves that 10th spot. It does. Now,
over VR, bro, that's crazy.
Bro, VR is based on Resident Evil 4. You can't call that.
Yeah, but Aaron,
that's
Aaron, I have the VR headset, dude. Resident Evil 4 VR is not the same. It plays so different. It's weird. It's really weird, dude. I would put that shit 10.
Wait, is it the same storyline too, or no?
Same storyline, but it just plays. It's not good. It's
Danny,
not good.
Danny, it's a mobile game, right? They dumbed it down.
Kinda, yeah. It's not.
All right.
No.
So would you argue that it shouldn't even be on this list at all?
Not
No.
before VR. Absolutely not.
VR could be number 10 because then that means if they take VR out, then that means number 6 got to come in.
Okay.
Nah, but the other ones. What's that one? What's the one called? The Chronicle, I think. I forget what it's called.
Nah, fuck that game.
Bro, Zero better be on the list, bro.
Let them go down the list.
Zero is over VR.
No, if it was just the good ones, 5 would be number 10, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Okay.
I don't think now number 9 is Resident Evil 4 VR. I don't like this purely for the fact that they now have Resident Evil 4 twice on the list. I don't like this.
Well, that's the reason why we're saying it because they play differently.
Yeah, bro. Who made this list, bro? These choices get me mad, bro.
You know who made this damn list.
I think they do this intentionally for people like us to kind of pick it apart, man. Like,
yes. Now number 8. Now I'm gonna tell you why I got a problem with this. Resident Evil original. Now I'm gonna tell you why I got a problem with this. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It started the series. It's the foundation what the series is based on now. But the remake of the original Resident Evil 1 on the GameCube should replace it automatically. It shouldn't. It's taking up space on this.
The remake is on the list.
It is. I know it is on the list. I know that. But like, the remake being on the list should automatically take this off.
This one off.
Yeah.
They should put all the remakes on there.
Yeah, it really should. Obviously, Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil 1, that and number 8, not too bad. I guess I don't got a problem with it. Besides what I just said, it's pretty cool. Resident Evil 7, my bad, not Resident Evil 7. Number 7, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, the original.
That's too low, bro. That's crazy.
That is. I'm sorry.
That's too low, bro.
That's too low. That's number 7. That is too low. Y'all thoughts on that? Y'all think it's too low too? I mean,
it needs to be top 5, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I did like Nemesis.
Yeah, Nemesis was cool, bro.
We're not talking about the remake. We're talking about the original.
The original was good.
Yeah, I think it's too low, pure for the fact that Nemesis alone, he is a Resident Evil staple, and he's like one of the most iconic villains in gaming in general.
Absolutely,
it should be up a little more, not just at 7. But
they need to put some respect on his name, bro.
For real.
That's crazy.
But I think they're basing it off of the fact that it's a shorter game than most Resident Evils, which it is. And this is technically not the shit on it, but this is technically when the game started going that real action, that action span, that type of action gameplay. They gave you ammo galore, a shotgun starting out, or some shit like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
So they really started doing the action on that one. So 7, Resident Evil 3 at 7 is okay enough for me. I don't really have too much of a problem with it. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard at number 6. How do y'all feel about that? I think it should be slightly higher, actually.
Yeah, I would say like 4. I say 4 for me.
This shit could be higher on the list.
Higher?
I'm actually okay where it's at. I'm okay where it's at.
Yeah. 6 is okay. Like
I like 6.
I'll put it at 7 or 8. I don't really like this one like that, but
it was cool.
When this game first came out, that shit was hot, man. I did like this game a lot.
Yeah, I liked it.
I feel like 8 had I feel like this one had more impact, but 8 was better overall.
Well, that's why.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
that's why I should stay right where it's at.
Well, because 7 was just a set up for 8. That's pretty much what it was.
It was. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but even outside of it, like that was the first Resident Evil in years. Like,
right.
So,
and it was completely different, right? Like
they fucking scrapped 6 and then went straight to this one because 6 fucking sucks.
Garbage.
So it brought back that survival horror feel. You know what I mean? It got that action. Zombies using shotguns and
I kind of like that they switched to like that first person view for Resident Evil because it brings so much more fear.
Bro, when you see Leon and Jill, bro, like in number 4, they just look so old. Just look like
go on, Aaron.
Go ahead.
Resident Evil 5. Number 5. Resident Evil 8 Village. So
that's all right.
That's fine where it's at. Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Right. I mean, I am too.
Listen, as long as it's over 7, I'm happy.
Okay, fair enough. I'm okay with that. If it was a good game, solid game, tonight we all enjoyed it from the sound of it.
To be honest, bro, be honest though, like this game literally was ran by Lady Dimitrescu. If it wasn't for her, this game would not be the same, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
like, think about it.
I don't know about that. I don't know. They just simped over her.
Bro. I mean, she's on the clickbait. She's on the title screen. Like that speaks volumes to how they think about this game. Like,
I think it's just like the gaming culture was just horny.
Yeah,
it's a base way.
Yeah, extremely horny.
But and
no, bro, but
like she's not even. But she's not even the main like antagonist,
right?
Though.
And you actually kill her.
She's not, but she's had.
And you kill her like relatively fast, right? Like in the game,
bro. Outside of all of that, though, bro, she probably has like the best story arc, though. Like
she does. I give you that.
Yeah, she does,
right,
bro. She has the best setting. I think her story arc in itself was the longest out of everyone else.
Yeah, because she's in the she owns the mansion that you're in.
So it's like
that castle that you're in.
Like, imagine this game without her part in it, and you're just fighting the creepy lady at the old house. You fighting what's his name, Hemediner, whatever his name. The fish dude, like they were all born. They weren't born, but like Lady Dimitrescu definitely led this.
Yeah, I like Heisenberg.
She led it. Like
Heisenberg. Heisenberg was fire.
That sounds like Nicolas Cage.
Heisenberg was fire, bro. Like,
Heisenberg was tough. Yeah,
he was tough.
And then, bro, the last boss, she was even like bland too. Like,
yeah, she was.
Yeah, she was.
She was.
Bro.
It was boring as hell.
Yeah, she was. Number 4, which I'm happy for, because even though it's old, it still stands up today. Resident Evil 2 and number 4, I agree with
That's
you.
my favorite, bro. I love Resident Evil 2.
The original Resident Evil 2 and number 4 is pretty cool. Because, it was amazing.
Yeah, but they could have put 0 in there because they got the fucking remake in the list too.
Right? That's crazy.
Oh yeah, now you say that. Now I got me thinking.
That's what I'm saying. 0 could have been right there. That shit was on GameCube. That shit was hot.
The problem is though, it is no doubt the hardest Resident Evil out of the entire series. They want you to leave your items in a certain room. Go back and get that.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Billy moves slow as shit. Rebecca has no health. The monkeys are annoying in the basement. It's the hardest one by far. So that's why it's like, even though from a creepy, scary perspective, it's probably pretty good. It's really good, actually. I won't lie. But it's like, they don't like pure Resident Evil. Not like that. They don't like it like that. I don't think so. That's what I'm kind of mad about. I think it should be number 2. So Resident Evil Remake for the GameCube is number 3. It's a good place. I'm not saying that.
I'm just upset. Just to let the audience know, like, IGN fucked this whole list up because they put the same games like 3 times.
They really did.
Why they did that? They put the same game.
Same fucking games, like 4 times.
You know why I think they did it though? I think they did it more from an impact perspective. Like what obviously Resident Evil 2 remake is better, but like I think they did it to show how important Resident Evil 2 is overall. Like how important that, because this game really defined Resident Evil specifically with character development.
All I wanted,
you can't really say that. You can't really say that with the remake if you don't have that game.
All I wanted to say to the audience was I agree with the first one, just like the last list.
I mean, I got some hold up.
Number 1?
Yeah, number 1. Wait, we're not getting there yet.
Wait,
He's on 3. He's on 3.
He's on 3. We'll get the 1.
First of all, I just noticed they don't got Code Veronica on. Those sons of bitches.
That's what I'm saying. Like they could have added like 3 or 4 other Resident Evil games that
Code Veronica was fire. I like that one.
There's a lot they don't have on here. They don't have Revelations. They don't have Resident Evil.
They don't got Raccoon City. I know that one's terrible. But
I mean, like I said, I'll give number 3. Resident Evil Remake. I would put it at number 1. That's just me.
No,
number 1. But Resident Remake 1 on the GameCube. Resident Remake 1 on the GameCube. Had the creepy factor, the survival horror factor, the managing your inventory, the zombies, the hunters. It was just iconic. The lighting was beautiful for the time. It was the best looking GameCube game, completely surpassing even Metroid Prime. That's why I say it's number one for me. But number three, it's a good. It's good.
It's a good spot overall.
It's a good spot.
That shit
Now
got clickers in it, bro. Nah, bro.
Let him finish the list. Let him finish.
Yeah. We're going on the 2 now.
Okay, now this I kind of somewhat agree with. Number 2 is Resident Evil 2 remake, but the problem is the Resident Evil 2 remake removes a lot of stuff from the original that I don't agree with. The music is ass. Automatically.
Yeah, it is, bro. I gotta agree with you.
Yeah, it's still a good game though.
It's still a good game, of course, but not only that, but what you do in one scenario don't affect the other. And that was very nice to have in Resident Evil 2 original. The fact that you could take a machine gun from Leon's story and it won't be there in Claire's story, I like that.
I mean, bro, but then like that. To be fair, though, like this is a whole game built from a different engine. Like there's already a lot that they had to do to differentiate this part. It was so easy for them to do that in the first one because it was a PS1 game. There wasn't much layers to the game, so those little small nuances, it was easy for them to do. Like I wouldn't really use that to I get it. Like
a lot.
No, it does. I get it, but like. I don't know. I just feel like certain things add exactly the same. Is they had a lot to work with this second one.
And not only that, in my opinion, the alligator balls you fight. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. The alligator balls in this one, the remake, is very Resident Evil 6 in nature.
Yeah,
I mean that in the worst way possible.
I see that.
You're not wrong.
It's very Resident Evil 6 in nature. So
I don't know, bro. I don't even remember the alligator balls. Where was he at?
He was
precisely.
I don't even remember it all.
Good game. What's your thoughts on it?
You gotta read off number 1.
you gotta read number 1 because number 1, baby.
Number 1.
We all know what it is. It's Resident Evil 4. I'm not even trying.
It's rightful place.
You know what's crazy though? The remake's gonna replace it.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay.
It's still paying homage to the regular one though. That's fine.
That's fine.
So what do you guys think?
Because then the original Resident Evil 4 is just gonna move to number 2.
Exactly. Yeah. So what would you guys think top 5 would be?
My top 5 would be number 1 is gonna be Resident Evil 4. Number 2 would be Resident Evil, the original remake. Number 3 would be Resident Evil 2. Number 4 is Resident Evil Nemesis. And then I'm going to go Resident Evil 7 for 5.
That's a good list. I'll go next. I'm going to go ahead and say number 1, Resident Evil 4, of course. Resident Evil 2 remake. Resident Evil 3 remake, because those were great. Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil Village, and
that's already 5.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yep, that's 5.
He's about to do 6. His top 6.
Yeah, I'm about to do 6 because I got to put 5 in there too. But nah, it's all right. Because all the remakes were great, bro.
Stay off my list.
Listen, I got Resident Evil 2 is number 1. I got Resident Evil 3, number 2.
Wait, which one? The originals or remakes?
The remake.
Yeah.
And then I got Resident Evil Village is number 3. Resident Evil Remake GameCube is number 4. And then I got Resident Evil 5 is number 5.
Yeah. Aaron?
So 4 is not even on my list. I'm sorry.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's all right. That's all right. We disrespected 5.
Right.
For me, number 5, Code Veronica, because I know it's not on there. Code Veronica. Number 4 for me would be Revelations, because I like that one. That was pretty good. Number 3 for me would be Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 original. Number 4 for me would be Resident Evil Oh, what's it called? Yeah, well, okay, my bad. Resident Evil 3 for me would be number 2. Original
Nemesis,
Resident Evil 3
right?
for me. Nemesis. Yeah. And then number 1 for me would be Resident Evil Remake original on the GameCube. Those are my favorites.
Yeah, that's a good one though. That's a really respected list. Don
would be Resident Evil Revelations too, because that's the only demo I played. So that is truly the only one I played though. The demo of Revelations 2. But,
Did you play any of the other ones? You didn't play any of them?
Oh no. Oh no,
man, you're missing out, man.
Interesting. You're missing out. You need to fix that.
But going off of you guys' recommendation, I definitely want to check the series out though.
Oh wow! Yes. Basically all of them that we just said are just recommendations. Like
literally everything on all our lists is the ones you got to play.
Yeah, exactly. I play 1 through 4 then.
Yeah, just skip 6. Don't ever go
Definitely
near 6.
Don't play 6. You can get away with 5, but 6 do not even touch.
That's it.
Do not touch 6.
Don't touch 6.
Stay away from there.
And then if you really want to get into the more recent ones, 7 and Village are pretty good. They are good games.
Very good.
Oh yeah, I heard a lot of hype about those.
Yeah, you save those for last.
Yeah, so in order you play 1 through 5 and then you play 7 and 8.
Correct.
Yep.
And then
skip 6 completely.
And then once you get to 8, then you gotta get the DLC. Because that trickles down to the next one we're about to get in the future.
To be honest though, you can play 7 and 8 now because they don't have anything to do with
exactly. Yep.
Like 7 and 8, you could just play those two because they have nothing to do with Chris and Leon.
But if you want to go,
7 has Leon in it. I mean, not Leon. It has Chris Redfield in it.
Yeah, I didn't want to spoil it, but
well, it's in the beginning of the game.
But if you want
to anyway,
but if you want to go retro, which I guarantee you probably want to start classic out first to get an understanding of the entire franchise. Just go through 1 through 5.
Wait, Dom, which version are you looking to start with? Like the old school retro version or the remasters?
I was going to go to remasters.
Just do the I mean, then
since they don't have the first one remastered, I guess I got to play the original.
No, wait, don't they?
So.
Don't they?
No, they got the remake.
It is.
It is a remake, but it's older.
For GameCube though.
Yeah,
it's not like a new.
Well, I don't got a GameCube.
Yeah, so you have to just jump to like 2 then, right? Pretty much.
Nah, isn't it multiplayer now? Right, it's on everything. The remaster, I think it is on PlayStation.
I don't know.
Think so. Yeah.
You might be able to get away with it on PlayStation because they might have it in their thing in the side of their list.
It's on Xbox too because I have it on Xbox. I had got like a bundle deal. You get the first one.
Well, was that when we had Resident Evil Day? I know there was like a day and shit that we can actually get like all of them on sale.
Yeah, but they still have the remake of 1, but it's just ported over for the new systems.
Yeah.
See, look.
So just start 1 through 5. And once you get through 5, then do 7 and 8.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, look, see, it's on all platforms. The first remake, it's on PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, GameCube, Xbox One. Yep.
They used to have like the whole collection on PlayStation Now, but they upgraded. They got rid of PlayStation.
No, it's not what I'm saying. You're gonna have to like get it singles now. Yeah.
So little by little, just start with 1, play it, and then that gives you time to replenish your thoughts and then say, hey, I want to get the second one now. Let me start this story.
Right. And then
go from there.
And then once you're done playing all that, we're gonna have you do your own segment and give us your thoughts on like the franchise itself.
Yeah, collection edition.
But we can move on to our last one though, which is PlayStation State of Play, and Nintendo pulls out of E3. I didn't see. Is that conference called? I mean, that conference that they held this week for PlayStation.
The PlayStation
State of Play.
State of Play.
State of Play was this week.
Yeah, I missed it. All I know is I heard it was like majority of the stuff we've already been kind of talking about on there, and then
pretty much.
I missed that State of Play as well.
So what was on?
Yeah,
go ahead, Mir.
It was pretty much just a bunch of VR shit.
For the VR too.
Yeah, it was pretty much a bunch of VR stuff.
Right.
They showed Street Fighter, and they showed obviously the Suicide Squad stuff with the Resident Evil 4 gameplay. I mean, overall, it was a pretty bad state of play. I feel like they just wasted time with like third party shit. But I will say though, like the VR2 is looking a little like it is looking better. Like
it's
from a hardware,
pretty wild.
From a hardware standpoint, it's there. I've heard it's worth the price, and some of these games are looking really good. Like,
I don't know.
Resident Evil Village on there is a huge step up from Resident Evil 4 VR. So
are you talking in terms of like just graphic wise, or like
graphics, frame rate? I hear that it's literally cut to the T with these ports. So like Gran Turismo 7 is literally pretty much the same thing as the actual game on PS5. And I don't know how true it is, but I heard like if you own the original game, you get the VR upgrades for free. So like because I have Gran Turismo 7, I think if I get a VR, the upgrade version of that is free.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's weird.
Right.
So that's fucked up for the people who have to buy it.
Yeah.
Well, not really, because like if you bought Gran Turismo, you're getting both technically.
So you're getting the game and the VR version.
Yeah, okay. Like if you bought Resident Evil Village, the VR upgrade is free.
You know what? Now that I think about it, it does make sense because you are spending like a fucking arm and a leg for the VR headset.
You are, and then they had the decency to I actually checked their website today. They're selling a charging station for the actual controllers themselves. $49.99. It's on separately on top of $550 console. It's like, what is wrong with them? I don't understand.
Using batteries.
No, that's the thing. There's no batteries. Luckily, I didn't manage to Google it, and they do still, like, you can get away with just charging the controllers on the PS5. You just have to use Type C.
Okay.
That's fine. I was gonna say if they make me pay $550 on addition to getting the charge, because it says in parentheses not included with obviously with the VR. I was gonna say that's bullshit. This is way too much fucking money they're asking of me. You know what I mean? But hey, look, it's that price point, man. Like I think that's going to be the biggest issue. It's definitely probably worth the money, but if you definitely have the money, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah. And from what I'm seeing too, like the VR games that's coming out this month, coming up in March.
And we're only seeing what, 2? I mean, they got a handful of games there, but it's like, I still would say wait till we see more of what we can like bring to the table for as far as
I would argue against it only because like the VR is VR. Like it's not that like they're not going to be able to bring anything groundbreaking to the VR that will warrant the price in itself.
Mm-hmm.
You either like virtual reality or you don't. Like at this point, you're mainly just paying for the specs. Like if I was to get it, the games that they have on the market right now is plenty enough for me. Like, like they brought a lot of ports and shit over, especially that the Oculus has. But at this point, you're paying them playing them at a higher frame rate,
just to look better.
Exactly, yeah. But I mean, listen.
But that's what I mean. Like, is that worth the price for that, or?
Hey, but that's why I said, like, it just depends on, like, if you value VR enough, then some people, like, I mean, think about it, like, you pay, what, $10 for the PS5 version of Beat Saber or whatever? Like, it's not that much of a difference.
Well, the games are $40. I think additionally, the games are going to be, like, what, $40 each?
Not all of them. It just depends on which game. Because I know, like, for Synth Riders, for example, I think on the VR, the Oculus, I think it's like $20.
No, but like exclusively the PlayStation ones, though. I think Horizon.
Call of the Mountain is $60.
Well, it says
that's a whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And I mean, how long is the game? Like that would be another one of my questions too. It's like, how long is the gameplay? Like, is it?
Well, because I know a lot of VR games are really
short. That's what I mean. Like, I mean,
I heard it's like 8 hours.
Yeah, I don't think that's worth $60, dude. $60, $70.
I think it is though. I think it is because, like, bro, like who can play? Like, mind you, like I don't know about you guys, but I can't play the VR more than an hour.
I can't. So it all depends.
So like. I think 8 hours will take me a good week to get through.
I can't even
on top of the games that I have already. Like it'll take me some time. So I think the $60 would be worth it.
I can't even do 15 minutes. Like that shit is like freaking.
I can't. I don't even think I can do an hour on the VR. Like, it's just too intense. Like
I have my Oculus and I play it like a lot. And the only 2 games that I can play on it, because I get motion sickness, is either The Walking Dead and Beat Saber. That's it. Anything else, like I played the Star Wars games and shit, and that shit makes me nauseous within like 10 minutes, dude.
But
it's too much.
But that's why, man. Like I think there is maybe a functionality on there that you said before. Well, not Danny said, but like we read online is that it's supposed to give like some sort of setting in there where you're not really it's taking some adjustments off your eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's just the equipment itself. Like just having that shit on your head for a long time.
Yeah, you're sweaty. Yeah, it's heavy. Like
because the Oculus has that. It has every game has different options for motion sickness. It tells you that you can sit down and play like that, and it shit still makes you sick.
Now, would you ever think like it would be going on sale at some point? Do we see a sale?
No.
See a sale for what? For the system itself?
Yeah.
No.
Damn. No. That's crazy.
No. Probably in like a couple years, I could see it.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like maybe.
Yeah, eventually, yes.
Yeah,
for now, no. For the next few years, probably not.
They always do that.
I don't see that, bro. I think the first VR is still like $400.
No. I think it's like 2, but it never dropped below that 2. Yeah.
I'm about to say, oh.
The first VR fucking died. That shit died.
Yeah, but it was terrible.
Yeah, but this one has way more hype around it, so I don't see it dropping. And
they're promoting the shit out of it. Of course,
it's the specs, bro. Like the specs are there,
and they're finally utilizing. They're finally utilizing the same controllers like the Oculus has.
Now the question is, I mean, obviously with it being connected to the console itself, it's we don't got to worry about battery issues. How long is the controllers last for?
It's probably fine because the Oculus, the Oculus, my Oculus remotes, they take one AA battery each, and it lasts me for the longest time.
And how long is that wire? You know what I mean? Like if you have to connect it to the damn PS5, that shit better be long.
I assume that they're gonna be long. Yeah.
If we're basing it off of the PS5 controllers, these controllers are going to suck because the PS5 controllers are shit.
That's what I'm saying. They died, bro. They died.
Unless PS5 controllers are only bad because it has all that extra features and it has that haptic feedback shit that it has to.
Unless you get that.
It has to push more power. So it's using more.
Unless you get that DualSense Edge. That's the only way you're gonna save. There you go. Why not? I mean, look.
How much is the Edge?
I did $200.
Like $200, bro.
200. Right. That's what I mean. Like I don't know.
Sony,
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I don't know what Sony. I understand the quality is there, but it's like, what do you guys think you're selling your products to? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get that part.
I don't think that's just like 500. Like damn. That's a whole shit right there.
Right.
I'm watching like the back play for the State of Play, and it's I thought Destiny died. That shit's still going, bro.
I know, right? Like
they got some new DLC.
You know what? I don't know. I feel like casuals don't play Destiny though. I feel like it's only a specific, just a fan base.
Yeah, I'm like in and out of Destiny. Like every few years, I'm in and out of Destiny.
Is that what is that? That DLC came out yet? With
they got a new DLC coming out, but every DLC is like almost $50. That's just $40 each fucking DLC.
I'm mad at that they still keep milking that experience. What is it? Part 2 still? Not even a part 3?
Wait, Dom,
yeah, because it's free to play.
I was about to list off the games that's coming out this month for the VR too. Before Your Eyes. Let's see. Yeah, Before Your Eyes. NFL Pro Era.
Oh god, they're putting football in there.
Yeah, apparently they got an NFL Pro Era game and Creed Rise to Glory Championship coming out this month.
Yeah, mobile game ass game.
Wait, the Creed is from the Oculus. Was they're porting it over?
Yeah. A lot of the games I'm guessing that you can play from the VR, you can actually play it on there.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's the same.
Yeah. That's what
marketplace for standard VR.
That's what you're paying.
But I think what they're doing is they're giving us something to start with, because it's gonna take longer and it's gonna be harder to get those VR games how they want it to look there. Good to actually use the hardware.
So it's pretty much being prepared.
Listen, I think Call of the Mountain is a good game to start off with. Is it the most like revolutionary VR game? Absolutely not. But I think it's a good game because, like, one, Horizon, a lot of people like, especially if you're on PlayStation.
Okay.
And then two, like, it has Aloy in the game, so there's a little bit of a story to it. So I think it's a good start.
Well, that's why I think that they're using like their Sony title for that one to start with, and then they're porting a lot of the other ones over, so you just don't have that one game.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
It's a lot of filler.
I would say this, like, once I actually had the, if I get my hands on it eventually, if I do, I would give a better. I could give you a better take and kind of go over some of the specs, and you know what I mean? We can have a better insight. I hate going over what everybody else fucking puts. You have to give your own opinion on it. So that's more I think.
Everybody's going to have their different like thoughts on it.
Correct.
I mean, but from what we've heard, I heard the VR is really good. I mean, it's doing its thing. Like, the reviews are up there.
Well, they're promoting the shit out of it. You can't even go on their website without even seeing it right in front of your face. You know what I mean?
Well, that's another thing. You can only buy it from the website. It's not sold anywhere.
Wow. Not even GameStop.
So you can't go to can't go to GameStop.
So Sony's getting that money directly. No cut from anybody, huh?
Yeah.
If this shit flops, we getting payback anyway. So
I don't think it's gonna flop. I don't think. I don't see it flopping. It's just it's too much of an enhancement to flop.
Yeah, I think they spent. I can't even imagine how much they spent on this project.
Spend a lot on the first VR.
But that was before. Like, we didn't.
Bro, that shit got 120 hertz, bro. Like, that's crazy.
And they did the same thing with the Move too back then with the PS3. That shit flopped too. I'm like,
Don's like, I'm seeing a pattern in some of their inventions.
Like, those all flopped because the predecessors were better. Like, why would you get a Move when you had the Wii? Like, the Wii was out at that time, and that was like that had that whole market. So like, Sony just took a bad turn just trying to follow up with everybody else. But I think because there's the Quest Pro and the Quest 2 and all these different VR headsets now, and then the PS5 is in high demand. Like, I think they did a good job with like putting the rec specs in the VR too.
So.
I feel like if they sell like good AAA games towards it, I think that would probably change up the game.
So what would be going on with what's up with this Nintendo pulling out of E3? What is this, like the couple of times already they did this, or?
Yeah, I think because they're doing their directs, that's why.
Oh yeah. It's just gonna be on.
I don't think they're gonna be doing their E3 thing.
I don't think a lot of companies nowadays are doing like. They could do their own shit nowadays, right? Like, they don't even need to be a part of E3.
Everything is on YouTube.
Surprisingly, this is the first thing. It's the one thing Nintendo was ahead of the game on, because they stopped going to E3 back in 2014, 2013. This is when they stopped completely. They still had like a presence there, like their kiosks, their games and everything.
Well, I thought they really stopped around COVID time.
No. They didn't. You still had their kiosk. You still play their games at E3.
Okay.
Holding a traditional. They just wasn't holding a traditional E3 press conference, because them doing their own thing that's pre-recorded, so less things can go wrong, but just smarter overall. So it was actually ahead of the game, and that was a good choice. That's what Sony probably is doing right now too. But the thing is, though, I think they're like pulling out like entirely from E3 this time, so you won't be playing their games at all now.
Why is that? E3. That's weird.
Which is, I'm not sure what the logic is around that is, but given the sales of the Switch and their games, I'm not sure they need E3 at this point. Those Nintendo Directs do exactly what They released demos right after the Direct, so there's your E3 right there.
Bro, I think Nintendo Direct has more viewers than E3 itself, bro. Their last Direct had like a million people in there alone.
The only reason why E3 was just cool to have is because, like, obviously, if you had time, if you had the money and time to go there, that's if, like, you know, if you were a part of that shit. But now that it's the internet. Yeah, but ever since the internet's been out there, it's just like, you know what I mean? They could do their own things. We could just watch their live, you know, videos on YouTube.
Exactly. And a lot of times,
so I don't want to combat it, but to be fair though, in E3's defense, we watch E3 because of the anticipation of games.
Right.
The problem with what Nintendo and Sony and Xbox are doing, yeah, they're doing their own thing, but a lot of times they're only showing third-party stuff. With E3, they were actually showing, like, okay, this is because they had to, bro. Like, they had to. Like, they were at the same show as Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation. So Sony had to come with a first party. But when they're doing their own thing, they just get all right, well, if we don't show you this one, we'll show you the next two state of plays. And it's just like, that's where it kind of fucks it up for me, because even like with Nintendo, like they show Pigman, like, okay, all right, but like, where's the next game at? Like, where's the Metroid Prime 4? Where's the sequel to Super Mario Odyssey? That's the problem. They're not showing the real stuff that people want. They had to do that at E3. That's why like Uncharted 4 was announced at E3. They had to bring something heavy. When they're doing their own thing, it's kind of a way for them to lay back and just take their sweet ass time. That's why I really like
to bring the competition.
I gotcha.
I got it like that.
Bro,
so they had to actually they had to go like buy a script pretty much, and if they couldn't do exactly, they couldn't show the games they wanted to show. That sucks.
Nah, it's not that. It's just they didn't. There was no initiative. Like now, there's no initiative to display anything new because they're not competing with anybody. Again, E3 was in the summer, bro. That was the most anticipated time for gaming. Like that's when all gaming news and everything was announced. So it's like there's no reason to pull out your cards because you're doing it at your own pace now. Like I'm sure if everybody had to participate in E3, like if this was a rule, if this was a law, everybody had to be there, we would hear so many more announcements by now. But because everybody just need to take their sweet ass time and just chill and just have these cards in the back of their hand, they're just going to continue to just wait and wait and wait. Which is a good thing because, like, if a game needs development, like, I wouldn't want them to give us details on Metroid Prime 4 if it's not ready. So, I mean, that's cool. But, like, I do miss that part where it's like, all right, well, what is Sony going to present? What is Microsoft going to present? And that's not there anymore. So it's just like now it's just that competition.
Well, when is the E3 this year? What is it, like the summertime?
The spring. I think spring.
Is it even going on?
Is it summertime?
Yeah, because I was gonna say July is always the driest season for gaming culture. Like I don't know if anybody realizes that, but like there's not a lot going on in July.
That's where you get the Nintendo, the Nickelodeon games.
Yeah. I feel as though like that's the break. That's like QT.
Yeah, it's summertime. It's around June.
All right, yeah.
If I'm gonna do another summertime fest like last year,
that shit's probably gonna be ass
Which
too.
is bro, like, and now it's just gonna be full of third-party devs. Square Enix. Like, I don't like, nobody cares, bro. Like,
they want to see Capcom's E3 in 2022. That joint was garbage. That joint was horrible. When the third party the one leading the charge, you know it's gonna be shitty, man.
Yeah, I don't even know what it's looking like for the rest of the year either. I'm
not gonna lie though. Like, if they are like, listen, if we are getting E3, the only game I do want to see is Assassin's Creed Mirage because it looks like it's going back to the original roots. So if Ubisoft pulls that one out,
I'm tired
I'll
of
be
fucking
looking
Assassin's Creed.
Wait.
Look, Danny's coming out of the situation.
Wait, Danny, have you seen the new one? Like, have you seen?
Yes, I have.
And you don't like it?
Yes, I'm not saying I don't like it at all, but I'm just tired of it. Just like how you were tired of it.
I get you. I get you.
But how many games have they made already? Like, come on.
No, you're right.
They're probably as old as we are,
like,
Danny.
This one feels like it's going back to like Assassin's Creed 2.
Yes, that the It does look good. It does. But I'm more.
But no, I agree with you.
I'm kind of more looking into the other one. It's like not Jade. It's Code Red or some shit like that. It's like it's like in it's gonna be in like feudal Japan or something like that. Shit's gonna look crazy, dude.
I don't think I heard of that.
Yeah, it's Assassin's Creed Code Red.
I heard that. That's the one. He's right. That's the one's gonna be in the feudal Japan. So that one's probably gonna be.
Wait a minute. There's another one coming out.
Yeah, they announced it. They announced it. All the Assassin's Creed coming out. Like they did, like for Marvel, how they just set up a whole thing with all the dates with the names. So there's Code Red. There's Code Jade. So Code Jade is gonna be mobile. And Code Red is going to be like a feudal Japan, but that's not coming until I think after Mirage. It's going to be the one after Mirage.
Okay.
So they're not showing too much on that way.
You just learned something new.
They're doing it in like feudal Japan, like the whole history behind Japan and shit. I just love like that whole culture. It's going to be sick.
Yeah, we're going to see if it can compete with Ghost of Tsushima. There's a lot of people like to compare Assassin's Creed to That's like
the worst comparison ever.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
That's like horrible.
That's the accurate comparison ever. Yeah,
that's not accurate.
It's not accurate. No, it's not.
What is wrong with you,
bro? You can't even. There's no parkour in Ghost of Tsushima.
No,
that's the biggest factor. You said there is.
There's barely parkour in the newest Assassin's Creed.
Well, we haven't seen anything yet.
I just want to say whoever made that like comparison is just like, what? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, that's way off, bro. Like, what?
Tsushima's terrible samurai game.
That's way off.
That is horrible.
That's like trying to compare Sekiro to Spider-Man.
That's a perfect example.
That's crazy.
Very different.
Not that far.
All right. I think that wraps up everything. You guys have anything else you want to add?
Nah, man, that's a good show today. Hope everybody, the audience enjoyed it. Hope everybody had a good time today.
All right.
One thing I do want to.
I would say that. I'm here for it.
So I'm hoping next week we can get some impressions for the Steam Deck next week.
Yeah. I'm supposed to get it tomorrow, so I'll let you know how that goes. And guess what the first game I'm gonna download on that is?
Hogwarts. We know
Hogwarts. Yep.
Well,
I remember I had my PC before, so I had games already in there that I'm probably gonna re-download and actually finish them. But Hogwarts is the main one that I'm gonna be working on.
I think that's gonna be very good to go over like impressions on that side, because I don't even think any of us have a Steam Deck.
I'm gonna pick the shit out of it.
So
I'm gonna tell you what the frame rate's like, how it plays, the graphics are good, what settings to play it on. I'll let you guys know all of that stuff.
It's gonna be fun. But I think that wraps up everything, guys. Hope you guys like and subscribe all of our content. We definitely are doing good with the reviews, and keep up. Hopefully we're touching on everything you guys really want to talk about out there as far as the gaming culture. Lots of new different things we're going to be going on. We're going to be covering Mandalorian. We're going to be covering a few other, like, what is it, Attack on Titan? Yeah, we're going to be covering a lot of different TV shows that's out there and a lot of different games. So we're just trying to bring as much to the table as possible. So if you guys enjoying it, please definitely support us. We appreciate it. And I think that's about it. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Yep. Hope everybody enjoys that episode tonight.
Peace out.
Last of Us.
Yeah.